Oh yeah, I woke up way
Yeah,
too
that
late.
was yeah, that was a chore, like playing fucking Fiesta like that.
Easy after 2 days I had it. After
I was over Fiesta and
Did you get it?
yeah, I
nope.
got it.
I got it. Yeah, I got it. Last minute, like literally on the one like before 12 o'clock.
I didn't
I
even.
was
I
able to
couldn't
play.
Well,
play.
you got January.
I forgot all about it. And then when I remembered, I was like, oh yeah. And then I was like, oh, the option's not there anymore.
No. I'm over here just grinding like last
They're
minute.
gonna
I'm just
they're
like,
gonna change that and have it to
it
where
became
people
a
can
point
unlock it.
where I was like, I want to go to to bed. I don't even want to play this anymore. And
Yeah.
but I was just like, I'm almost there. Like the skin's almost unlocked. So like rolling. They hooked me back in, and I played another goddamn game of Fiesta. Blowing my damn brains out.
Man, sound upset.
That game,
Yeah, that's fine.
I am so tempted to buy Guilty Gear, but I'm not going to trick myself.
Oh, I'm not going to trick myself.
I'm not gonna
Come
do-
join us, man.
I'm not foolish enough.
I'll
to
teach
make
you how to play.
Hey,
It goes out of
if it
my
was something you could teach,
stop
Preston,
talking.
you already started a school and made your millions. It's not teachable.
It is.
It's like Michael
just
Jordan.
gotta-
I'll teach you how to.
You gotta get whooped a lot in order to.
I don't know if I can deal with that, man. I don't know if I can deal
What
with
I know about that,
all of
man?
the abuse. I feel like Halo is
take
the
it
one
personal.
game. I you know what? It's hard not to after a while. Like I can take a lot of punishment at like not being good at stuff. Like I can literally compartmentalize
Like
and be
Halo.
like, yeah, like Halo. I lose at Halo every week, right? I can easily just lose.
Not
But
most recently.
eventually, I'm like, man,
You said
if
I
I
lose that Halo every week, you know.
But
so,
then, like,
you know,
if I have a bad day and then I lose at Halo, I'm like, do I just suck at everything? is that what this is?
what, am I even coding right? Do I even know how to code?
I know. I just suck at everything. That's what it is. Like on a bad day, that's when it takes you down. It doesn't take when I'm strong. I don't care. Like, oh, I lost at Halo. Okay, But just let me have a bad day at work, a bad personal day, and then lose at Halo. I don't know what I might do. That's the danger.
He'll lose. Like, man, fuck work. I gotta win. I gotta win.
That's the kind of thing to make you just leave your house without taking your wallet, your keys. You just start walking.
No phone.
Always trying hard enough. I guess so.
Mario said, "If you always win and you aren't trying hard enough," I feel like there's a cap to that. I feel like you win the NBA championship, you tried really hard, and you're also better than everybody. Like I feel like that's what that means.
Oh, LeBron.
Yeah, I mean Giannis right now, but sure.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know about. I think LeBron's time is.
When Murray said punching down, but if there's nobody else to punch up to, I guess you got no choice, right? If you're gonna be punching, you at the top of the pyramid, you gotta punch down.
True.
Do you think Giannis is better than Durant?
I don't think so.
No, he's not. Durant just has the misfortune of following his friends into traps and bad situations. If he would just
nobody told his ass to leave Golden State.
He should have. If he was going to go anywhere, he should have went to a team that he knew was going to be good. F that superstar stuff. He should have went to a team that could support him. He's never had that before, and he decided. Well, except for at Golden State, but that was too much support. People weren't giving him enough credit.
Yeah.
So then he's like, let me go to a team where I got my friends. And, yeah, we could whatever. And then Kyrie decided he doesn't want to play basketball anymore, and James Harden decided to come in the worst shape of his entire career.
I think I'm in better shape than him right now.
Oh, absolutely. There's not a person like compared to what shape he was in. Our delta is so much like from last year to this year, we're all in better shape. Like compared to how far he fell. Like we're all in better shape. Everybody came out of the pandemic in better shape than James Harden.
That's saying something, bro. I know I gained at least 50 pounds. That's saying something.
Hey man, I think I gained like 20. I still feel like I'm in better shape. I could outrun James Harden right now.
Something.
Hey.
What they do? Welcome back. All that jazz. Hope y'all didn't stuff yourself during Thanksgiving. Yeah, I guess that's it.
What's going on, everybody? I can't wait for Christmas break.
Oh, yeah.
That needs to be here ASAP.
I could definitely
Oh,
hear you.
really?
I
Can't
can
hear
hear
him.
you, but,
Damn. It
but
said no
the
thanks.
screen can't hear you.
Oh, get your ass out of here. Somebody
Check
get
your
in.
OBS input on it in there and see if you picked the wrong output.
We did that.
Yeah, Jake.
Can you hear me now?
JK
We did that for like
Yeah,
an
it was
hour.
OBS.
We're like, wait, can anybody hear us?
yeah, he said can hear
The
you now.
worst. The worst.
That shit was hilarious.
It's all right. We got AJ's Nostalgia.
What's going on, everybody? Turn that light on right there.
This motherfucker.
Turn it off.
We got JD,
Damn.
Creative Activity. The disrespect. Wow.
What's up, y'all? You know how hard I've been looking for this goddamn like Batman neon light because I wanted to have it prepared for Thursday. So I found one on Amazon, but the motherfucker doesn't ship until January. God
Damn.
And so I'm just
Pain.
like, all right, let me check some like GameStops in the area. Not a single damn one. Like I went through so much trouble just to be prepared for this, and there's no fucking sign back there yet.
I'm so
So,
sorry.
because I wanted to find the neon like Superman sign over
Yeah.
there to counteract your Batman
Oh,
sign.
a lesser superhero. All right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know your whole Superman. I get
You
it.
need to change that from Superman to like Ultraman or something. Like, you know, the evil Superman. That's
I
more
respect Ultraman. Don't like him, but I respect him.
you respect. Okay.
He'll murder you, so you have to respect him.
Okay.
Oh my.
Or turn to a villain. You know, maybe that'll be up your speed.
We got Carl XKBHX.
What's going on, guys?
Where's that
No
cam,
camera
Carl?
today?
I'm saying no face cam, Carl. What's going on?
Listen,
It's been a rough couple weeks. I gotta rebuild the presentation a little bit.
You got it. Okay. I
Man,
can't be mad at that. All right, man. All our pronouns are he, him, and his. We got 3 segments for y'all on the podcast. We're gonna talk about some nerdy news and headlines. Then we got a topic of the week. This week we're gonna talk about our impressions with Halo's multiplayer experience so far. And last but not least, we're gonna talk about what we've been consuming this week and what's good. That means games we've been playing, shows, movies we've been watching, comics we've been reading, just all that kind of good stuff. And then after the podcast, we'll do a little switch over. We'll get into after podcast gaming. Tonight we're gonna play Halo Infinite, of course. So stick around for that.
You meant MCC?
No, I didn't. No, why would I ever mean that? I don't think I've ever meant that.
How about that?
first of all, I don't see the point of MCC anymore. Like it should be done. It's done. Like as soon as Halo Infinite is fully fleshed out, what will MCC have that Halo Infinite doesn't?
Old Halo games.
Yeah, but
Wonderfulness.
there's nothing about like everybody who was complaining about Halo 5, Infinite has said, we've heard you, we're gonna take all that cool stuff out, all the movement out, let's get rid of the ground pound and the shoulder charge.
You don't want cool shit.
AJ loves so much. Like let's go ahead and do that because AJ don't matter. He don't play enough. He don't be posting on YouTube and doing cool sick tricks in MCC. So JK, man, come on, you're on my side. Just sometimes.
You're not in that conversation because we're not in that conversation.
Yeah, but that's not what you said. Point is, MCC is it should be phasing out with Infinite. I just feel like if you're playing MCC, that's like, oh, you want to play you want to play retro. You just feel like playing retro right now. Like that's the
Yeah.
only reason.
Sometimes the simplest is the best. It's very simple. Some people just prefer it.
There's
I
nothing.
like off. I don't discriminate. I like all of them. I still love MCC. I love Infinite. Only one that I'm just kind of like
Don't like. Be true.
is 5 right now because they just they
They
kind of
didn't
left it
support
in the
it.
lurch. Yeah,
They didn't support it. But
So it's not the
Murray
game
said
you don't like.
Murray
It's
said it's
the
time to let MCC go and take the servers down.
This nigga would
wow.
be heartbroken.
I went from
He
a
would be
man that
hurt.
plays Shin Megami Tensei. What the fuck
Oh,
is that?
sir, it's a game with illustrious lore. A very well constructed backstory.
Trash. And it looks like trash. He's the main one that
Oh my
always
God.
tries to trash every other game that doesn't look good. That game looks terrible. That game
I mean,
looks
it
like
is
a
on Switch,
fucking
so
It doesn't. But
So
ugh.
Switch.
yeah, it's on
I'm
the
pretty
Switch.
sure.
Yeah.
Can't
But
believe
then
it's
does he have a choice then for it to look good? Like, is there pretty
I
much?
mean, he
mean,
doesn't have a
Why
choice, but
Why
I
do we even
mean,
talk about
OLED,
Switch
don't he?
games that aren't Mario Kart or Smash Brothers?
it's a good question, Carl.
Don't
It's
he
a
have
very
the
good question.
OLED? Don't he have the new hotness?
oh, the OLED don't help that game.
Damn.
It just makes the mistakes
It makes it
brighter.
worse.
Yeah.
Wow.
More colors for mistakes to appear in.
Yeah. It just illuminates all the flaws.
There you go.
Pretty much.
So, EA is talking about building a connected Battlefield universe, across multiple games, I'm not sure what this would look like. Like, so I know a couple of y'all have played Battlefield a lot more than me. Is this something the people want? Like, is this what y'all been asking for? Battlefield multiverse?
Like,
We
what
talking about
is
No.
what is
Oh, I
this
thought
supposed
you were
to
talking like
be?
I could use Lionel Messi in a Battlefield game.
So is this supposed to be like an MCC of Battlefield?
Maybe.
No.
I could see that being kind of viable.
That's
Because I
what
thought that's what Portal was.
that's what Portal is.
Yeah.
Then you know what? I don't know.
I think they're trying to make an actual like game where it's just that like it's all the battlefields on one game
This is
In one
dumb.
client?
and one client.
Who wants this?
And so
I'm
like
not sure.
so basically you can use all the different classes, all the different types of vehicles. It's a massive game. If they do that, I think they will lose a lot of people.
So there's coming up with a Battlefield mobile. So they're trying to compete with Call of Duty mobile.
Of course. Of course.
Which like low key makes a shit ton of bread. Nobody, I guess, like in our circle is core gamers, whatever you call it. We don't talk about mobile games that much, but like Battlefield mobile Call of Duty
Call of
mobile
Duty.
is
It's a money printer.
yeah.
Is it?
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
Yeah, that shit is-
absolutely.
little kids.
People
Yeah.
playing Call of Duty on their phones.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I play Call of Duty on my phone on occasion, but like I don't spend money on it, but like mobile gaming is like
Well, I know how big mobile
ridiculous.
gaming is, but I never thought a first-person shooter would be able to crack that market. I thought it would
Absolutely.
always be
It's
puzzle games.
People
Nah.
use the
it's a little bit different. Like it's definitely pared down graphics wise. But I mean it's pretty much Call of Duty, and it's like they make a ton, like they have tournaments and everything on there. They make a
Yeah.
ton of money on that shit.
And
Yeah.
then it has a weird market. Like for instance, my great uncle has Call of Duty Mobile on his phone, and you'll
What?
catch him playing it
Great
at like
uncle.
family get-togethers and stuff like that.
Tech's great uncle. Let's calm down. Tech's great uncle is 42. We all know that. Like he's not an old man. Tech is barely a.
He's 53.
No, he is Cornell West.
His great uncle is 53. I was close. 42, 53. 9 years.
Anyway,
11 years. 11 years.
yeah,
Can't do math.
it's a fascinating. I mean, I think they're trying to survive out here in these streets, and I respect that.
They need to just focus on the Titanfall universe. That's all they need to focus on. Build that out. If
I
you
guarantee,
don't,
like,
I think
if
when
they
y'all,
really
I think
did,
when
like,
y'all
especially
had
with
it,
the connection between Apex, man, like
yeah, like
Titanfall and Apex, they could have fed off of each other like Warzone and Modern Warfare does. Like,
exactly.
they missed a clear shot right there.
No, they
Yeah.
didn't miss it. They just never took it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
unfortunately.
fair. That's
But
They didn't want to take
I
it.
don't get this. I really don't get this move. Like, I don't know who's
hard.
asking for it. EA's asking for it, obviously, but
Yeah,
I
like
guess
y'all
so.
need to get it together.
You got to get
It's
that Battlefield 2042 polished a little bit. I mean, they actually they polished a lot of stuff up recently. So from the last update, but
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, they did release that patch like in the since the last time we've been on here, they released a patch that was supposed to fix some stuff. As I understand, they're still having trouble, but I mean, they're working on it.
they
But
had
yeah,
some trouble with it.
I also don't understand what this is supposed to be. I mean, I guess it's just trying to keep up with the trends, trying to stay relevant, stay alive out here, which is, I mean,
true.
what they all trying to do. So,
Yep. Trying to copy each other.
yeah, Maurice said folks dropping money in the Farmville will cause companies to shift to stay alive. You are absolutely right.
I was always aware of the mobile gaming being huge, right? We've kind of known that since college. They were talking about most played game, and I think it was like Candy Crush or something at the time. It was like the most played game. There's no console game that can compete with Candy Crush or whatever the next kind of
No.
Candy Crush game there is. So I knew it was always huge, but to see that like a shooter crossed over, because I've seen mobile shooters for years. I mean, they've been there for at least a decade plus. There've been mobile shooters, but nobody plays them because it's just not comfortable. So to think that people are now getting around to just, I guess, either getting used to playing a shooter on their phones or somehow finding it comfortable. The casual gamers like, yeah, I'll shoot things on my phone. Like to see that happen is just weird.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't disagree. Speaking of mobile gaming, the handheld stuff is getting really interesting with the Steam Deck coming out. And now we have Razer working on like a handheld gaming device that has like a camera, a webcam on it. I assume this is like a webcam for you to like stream and play at the same. It's interesting. I'm not sure how are you going to get enough bandwidth on this device to
So
stream and play the game?
exactly. So like,
It's
I remember
it's
when they
ugly.
tried the Vita. Remember when the Vita was out? They tried to give AT&T network so you can play on the go. I know Creston had it. I know and our friend Marvel had it, and it was trash. Like it was like you tried to play on a train or you tried to play,
Yeah.
on a bus or something, and it didn't work. So like, I mean, things could have improved in the
It's been 10
past
years. So
10
it's
years,
possible. It's possible.
but the way the human race works, people get greedy as fuck, and they delay progress. So, I mean, we do have, 5 LTE or, 5G, and stuff like that now. So maybe it would be better. But at the same time, they're probably going to up that price for service. So unless you, especially if you're streaming on the
Yeah.
go, that's going to like, and you trying to get unlimited, and you probably going to try to get unlimited service. And they're gonna probably cap you at like 23 gigs or 20
Yeah.
gigs or something. Yeah, it's probably not gonna work.
I think it's an ugly device. That's my issue with it. It's just visually,
It
it's like
is
a
very ugly.
long limousine looking thing where it's just like you're
Like one of
like
them SUV
you look like
limousines.
It looked like some Batman would be carrying his utility belt.
no, he couldn't fit that in his utility belt. He would press a button and that thing would fly to him from wherever it was. And that's
Facts.
how he would get it. The buttons on his utility belt. That thing's got hover features on it. And Batman's using it. Like it's
Look like
hideous.
something from like Batman Forever.
Yes,
Or
yes. from one of the Tim Burton films. Yes,
Tim
it
Burton
does
films,
look.
yeah,
It
or
does look
Batman
like that.
Returns or something.
Or like
I
it
can-
folds up and he can like stretch it to that shape.
Yeah.
But like at the shape it's at, like what's his name? What's the guy off of the Suicide Squad who could just pull things off of him and
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport. It looks like something Bloodsport would just pull off and
Ah!
then pull out.
But I think
It's got to
it
be
look-
nanosecond blow for me to think that that's something I want to carry around.
it actually looks like something he'll use to like see through walls and shit.
Right. It doesn't.
Ooh,
It's
that
just
would be
not.
dope.
It's not an attractive.
That'd be
It's not
dope.
an,
That'd be dope. But
not
nah,
an
like
attractive
Yeah.
device.
If Razer
But-
makes it do that, I'm gonna buy one.
I think PlayStation actually had something similar that they were patenting to make
Oh,
for
yeah.
a handheld.
Yeah, theirs is a controller. I think they want you to. They want
It's a
to.
control.
They
Yeah,
tired
it's
of
a
people
good-
selling these ABXY joints. They trying to sell you a square, circle, X, triangle joint.
Yeah, I mean it's a controller, but it's more like a. I mean, it's still like a
It's like a
handheld console.
Is it? I
But-
thought it was just a like. I thought it was literally just a controller.
Like
I thought it was
just
I thought it was a
slide your
handheld
phone into
console.
it or something like that.
Yeah, I thought it was like the just like this almost, but it's like the screen.
Look this joint.
Or
up.
maybe
Yeah,
it's
I
like a
think it's
touch
just a
screen or something.
controller.
Is it a controller? Okay, maybe it's
Yeah,
just
that
a
you
touch
can just,
screen
like-
controller then.
You can snap it on.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, well,
Trying to
so
look up.
they trying to steal the Switch then. Got
Yeah,
it.
everybody's coming. Everybody's coming for the Switch.
PS5
Yeah.
streaming works decent. Yeah, PS5 streaming actually works very well. The only bad thing about the PS5 streaming is that when you try to switch games, it stops this broadcast.
Damn.
Even when
Oh,
you pause it.
are you talking about streaming to Twitch or are you streaming from PS5 to PC?
Well, PS5 to Twitch. PS5 to PC is fine. You can switch anything, if you have an Elgato or whatever, it's fine. But if you're doing from PS5 to Twitch, it stops the broadcast. If you try to switch the games,
Mm.
so you got to start a new broadcast. So
That
I think that's why
also-
people use the OBS.
That PlayStation mobile controller also looks stupid. Once again, it looks like a limousine. It looks like you got a stretched PlayStation controller.
Hey, but if you like PlayStation controllers and you want to play mobile games with your PlayStation controller, but you don't want to bring a PlayStation controller, then you get this. And
True.
Sure.
That could work.
You can use it now when I leave my PS5 here or something.
facts.
Go on a trip.
Are
I
y'all
would say-
getting that Steam Deck?
I'm thinking about it. I've definitely thought more about it since I was like, fuck that thing. Because like cloud gaming is ready. They just put the new hardware, the Series X blades in there. Like, I might have to do it. It's like even if I don't install Windows, which is I don't know, kind of amazing to me. Maybe I don't know enough about the kind of hardware that would fit in a device that size, but like it seems pretty fucking cool that I could put Windows on it. But even if I don't, I can go to the cloud gaming website and stream that way. Like and that's all the whole time I've been looking at all these mobile joints. All I want is to take the games I own with me. And that is perfect
Okay.
for that.
So, is this thing coming with the cellular then? Because otherwise you always gotta be Wi-Fi, right? You just gotta
I don't
hop.
think
You
this
gotta
one
hop
is.
from Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi spot.
I don't
'Cause
think any of them.
I feel like if you don't have that piece added, these things still have a limited use case. Because it's like, yeah, I can take it with me. I don't have to have my console with me, but
You're depending on streaming.
yeah, you're dependent on like you got to be in a place where it's like, oh, I can just hop to this Wi-Fi network, this Wi-Fi network, and so forth. And I think right then and there, unless you got what's it called, Elon Musk joint, what's that, Starlink?
Yeah.
Then maybe you can. I don't know the Starlink. No, you can't because you have to carry a satellite dish with you
No shit.
everywhere you went.
Problem. It's relatively portable.
It is sure. It's
Satellite backpack for
you
Starlink.
know what you could do then if you're gonna carry all that hardware. Just take your console, get you one of them big old charging packs that people take when they go camping, and take a small little screen with you, and you're playing on your console. You know, actually, I mean, you're pretty much carrying the same amount of weight if you're gonna carry Starlink with you everywhere you go to play.
Starlink, you know, is highly portable, and you need high quality internet wherever you go anyway, and you can't always get cellular data.
I just know Carl's gonna have a dish sticking out of out of his bag as he walks down the street.
He gonna have one installed on the car.
It's technically available in my area now. You know, it's only about $500 that's keeping me away from getting it, but small detail.
You know, actually, it would be dope if you like going. Let's say if you went to like a Starbucks, or whatever, you just went outside, you just pop out a little small salad dish, put it down, point it correctly, and then you have to plug it.
It's automated. You don't have to do any of that.
You gotta go to Yellowstone, and that's when you get the Starlink because there's nothing out there at Yellowstone. Go camping out at Yellowstone, and then you just hook up with Starlink. You pretty much
going camp out Yellowstone on them wildlife, man.
Maurice said SpaceX might go bust next year. Will Starlink even be around? I mean,
yeah,
you never know.
Elon will figure it out. There's more than enough people willing to throw billions at him.
That is true.
It'll be all right.
That is true.
I'm not worried about it.
I'm gonna say as far as
Tesla stock, and if push comes to shove,
I mean,
maybe so. Facts. I don't know. I would say for me, like I don't ride public transit, especially now. So it's like if I'm going somewhere, I'm driving and I'm planning. Like this is something I can take. Like if I'm going to a friend's house, I'm going to my mom's house, something like that, where I know I'm gonna have internet or somewhere I'm going where I'm gonna be stopped for an extended period and I have my hotspot because I do already pay for that also. So it's like, I mean, you know.
Oh yeah, you got a hotspot. I guess that's true.
Who's your cellular provider?
Verizon.
Yeah, that's the only person whose hotspot's worth having.
Yeah, you're paying a pretty penny, I'm certain.
Yeah, I am. I am.
He's like, yeah, it's about 200. You know,
it's not that bad actually for the hotspot. You know, I gotta look back at my bill. Make sure they're not out here tripping. I was like, hold on, how much am I paying for this motherfucker?
I'm pretty sure you're over 200 all in.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is for sure true.
Wow. Plus hotspot, oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'm surprised you're not paying $200 alone for your cell phone. Last time I checked at Verizon, it was like that.
I had to get away from that, and they give me I did. I was like, whatever I have to do.
So you're dealing with data caps right now.
Yes, I am. But I spend most of my time here, so it's like it's all right. I got unlimited on the FiOS.
Right.
So
switching on Mint Mobile.
5G hotspots are quick. They are. When I can get 5G is hard. Like I've gotten it a couple times in the city, but I usually don't get 5G at home. 100 for 2 phones, unlimited everything. Where the fuck you see that at? Because I might need to call them. Oh, that's T-Mobile. T-Mobile.
Yeah, T-Mobile. Unless you want to be like Maurice and have a Tesla and just play a game on his iPad in the front.
Facts. Got Starlink directly in the car and shit. Mm-hmm. I'm not that rich yet.
Yeah.
Get down on 5G. Damn.
Oh, that's juicy.
That is 30 up. Oh shit. That's
run a business out of your car.
Hey, he might. Did y'all get a look at this $10,000 Gucci Xbox?
I did.
Gucci.
No
thanks.
After watching
a D brand
Gucci.
After watching what, Chris?
The House of Gucci, all I can do is shake my head.
Is that a documentary on Gucci?
Preston, we know you have that Gucci Xbox sitting behind you, man. Don't play with us. We know you got it back there.
He would never put it behind him. It's in front of the camera so that we
Yeah.
can't see.
Facts. It's in front of the camera.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
I'm out.
See what I'm talking- You know the crazy shit. Like,
He's got his
after watching
name
this
monogrammed in it.
The
Yep.
only
Not
person.
Cirque in the Xbox in right Xbox.
Shit, I
screen.
deserve one. Shit, I've been
It's
loyal
not-
as fuck.
Everything I done gave to this company.
Did y'all see my fucking
saw
That shit was
Which
crazy.
you were
Yeah.
very proud of. That shit is
Yeah.
crazy.
Fuck. Give me that.
If anything, you at
$10,000
least
shit.
deserve the Halo Infinite, the limited edition Halo Infinite Xbox.
Honestly, I do deserve that. They
You
need to
do
send me that.
deserve that.
I bought the
No.
Halo 5 one.
Yeah.
I still, still kind of salty about that, but
Yeah.
You good?
yeah.
You good? Maybe they'll send you a refrigerator.
Maybe.
Oh.
They not say
I mean,
That
they are
shit-
sold out.
That shit don't. It looks so small. It don't even look like it hold that much.
Hey,
It's like
six
Oh, they
cans of
send you the
Coke.
big
That's
one.
what I call them.
yeah, sticky, right? Exactly.
So what
Six
they send
cans
you
of
the big
Coke.
one instead?
You said that send me the big one.
Yeah, what they
I
sent
thought,
you the big
I thought it was only one size.
There's one. Yeah, there's the smaller side now. But remember when the Series S came out, they were selling. They were
Oh, yeah,
giving
there's a
away
Like
full
the full
size
size
one.
joint?
the
Yeah, it
full
was
size
like a
one.
1-on-1.
They were giving three.
Nah,
It was one or
talking.
three,
Nah,
or
we,
one or
we
two.
can talk about that. I got room for that. Put that in the back somewhere.
Yeah,
I
man,
bet.
that'd be dope.
I would absolutely take one of those.
They did that video with iJustine, right? With the large one.
Yeah, that's it. I think the only person who has that Gucci Xbox is
Basketball
the name, the
players.
random one.
Basketball players. That's what they're targeting. They know it. They're targeting
That's what
young millionaires, and I don't know many, but I know for a fact you're gonna find a lot of basketball players with that and maybe NFL players with that Gucci Xbox. I can guarantee it. You're gonna see an episode of Cribs. You're gonna see a Gucci Xbox.
Come on in, you broke motherfuckers. Check out my Gucci Xbox right here.
What's the updated Cribs? I saw that there was
They're getting
there's
ready
a
to start up again. I don't know
there's
what.
a there's a
Yeah.
channel on YouTube that they do like house tours or something. I forget the name of it, but
MTV's gonna start Cribs up again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're already shooting Cribs episodes.
Are they?
Now, yeah.
Really?
I was
Are they
watching
trying
a
to rescue
podcast.
the network?
Say it again.
Are they just trying to rescue the network or something?
I have no idea. I think you know
so.
how it is. You always try an idea that you tried before that was successful before. You always recycle. So
yeah, I mean, look at G4. They brought that back. It's
yeah,
like,
it even though YouTube pretty much handles that fine.
exactly. Yeah, I mean,
Sure, why not? Let's bring it back. See what happens.
What's it called now?
yeah.
Well,
There's
you
so
can
many
use the app
channels
for
that does G4 now.
Yeah, but yeah, they're bringing Cribs back, so you'll definitely see a Gucci Xbox. I'm sure in the first season. I'm certain of it.
You're gonna see about a good 5
And
of them.
it's gonna be a rapper or a basketball player, or some rich millennial.
Probably get one to Snoop.
Probably, and this
Yeah.
pains me to say, they're probably gonna be black. I can almost
Of course.
guarantee it, because us black folks love to have
Love
Gucci
the
stuff,
brands. Yep.
and we love to have Gucci stuff for no reason.
It looks ugly though, to tell you the truth.
I don't like nothing Gucci does,
Yeah.
but for some reason they're hot.
So did Marquise actually get one?
They sent it
They
to
sent
him.
him one to review.
He said he might
Raffle it
do a
off.
giveaway. Yeah, he said if you follow him on Twitter, you might get yourself
I meant to
a
follow
Gucci
him.
X.
I was like, I ain't gonna buy one, but I'll take it.
Follow though.
Yeah, I know you already follow him, so hopefully you're already in the giveaway.
Be pissed if it's only for groupies.
It's only for new people. So I'm be like, I'll just unfollow and follow again.
Me
I
go
don't
to this
really
nigga Twitter
look
right
at
now.
what it looks like.
Yeah. He said he's giving it away, but yeah, they sent it to him. He was talking trash about it the whole time. He was like, he was like, they're a good brand, like the brand marriages, like the I forget who Apple's partnered with
Nike.
with their
Nike,
right? They got Nike, and they also got somebody for their watch bands too.
Hermes.
I don't remember. Right. So he's like, those are good partnerships, right? It it gets you that the brand recognition on both sides. So people who weren't necessarily Apple people at that point, but our Hermes people will go, and then vice versa. But then you get stuff like, who did he bring up first? He brought up somebody worse than the solid gold Apple Watch is
the first gen Apple Watch.
Yeah.
The edition.
Yeah, he was like that. First of all, it's technology. You never want to buy any technology like the first edition, a solid gold version. Like the only way that works if it's retro. You buy a solid gold Walkman, maybe that keeps its value because it's just something cool to have. But you don't buy something that upgrades every year and a half.
It just doesn't look sexy to me. Like it looks like
my grandmother's Xbox. Like, it looks like Gucci. Yeah, it's weird.
you like the patterns on it.
Yeah,
but that's just me.
That's Gucci. You don't like Gucci, is what you're saying, because that's
facts.
the pattern. The pattern is literally their pattern. Like
the green Xbox though was just, they didn't even try. Like that wasn't artfully done to me. You can't just
their purpose isn't to be innovative. Their purpose is to I don't know, maybe just to keep their name out there. Because I don't think that they think it's obviously not something that a bunch of people are gonna buy, right?
No.
Like it's $10,000. Nobody's buying $10,000 Xboxes, right? Some people out there couldn't buy the
regular
Xbox.
Yeah. Shit, they're charging $10,000. The scalpers are charging $10,000 for a regular Xbox.
Right.
No
So I guess if that's the case, I'd buy a Gucci Xbox. If I had the money to buy the scalped Xbox, then I guess I would buy a Gucci one because I'm flexing now. That's why I'm buying a $10,000 Xbox. But
you know what I first thought, like after watching that video? There's somebody out there now, like multiple people who are like wrapping Xboxes in that Gucci fucking print and are going to sell it.
Oh yeah, debrand. They're gonna just debrand it.
They're just gonna debrand it, and they're just gonna like sell it, like discounted Gucci, whatever. And some people will realize it's a knockoff, but I guarantee they'll still pay $2,000 to $4,000 just for the look of it being so.
I would skip that whole process and just sell the skins. I'd be like, if you want your Xbox to look like a Gucci Xbox, I'll send you some skins. I do the monogramming, the custom monogramming, on the skins. And then if I had that skill set, I'd already be doing that. It's such a silly thing. It's just, I guess, we're talking about it, which is what they wanted. So
yeah, exactly.
And I mean, gaming is one of the, if not the, like fastest growing entertainment industry right now. They want to be talked about by people who are buying stuff here. And it's not just because it's not niche anymore. There are some people with money who are out here buying consoles, who are out here buying games and other gaming shit. And they're like, hey, we want to get a piece of that.
So obviously the next step is Gucci Fortnite, right? And then like all the characters are gonna be wearing. No, Fortnite, they sold their soul. They'll sell it to anybody for the right price.
Absolutely.
So Fortnite is gonna do it. I can definitely see some Halo armor popping up in there with a Gucci belt on. I can absolutely see it in Infinite. I don't think Infinite's above it either. I really don't. I think
Infinite is like, hey, listen, we're about that money too. Like,
they're gonna get it. You're gonna see some jokers walking around with Supreme Halo uniforms. I'm telling you.
And they're only gonna be selling them for like, if it's Supreme especially. Like, they'll sell them for like an hour, and then after that, if you can't get them after an hour, you're done.
Oh no, they have to be exclusive. That's how Supreme works.
Just gonna sell 5 of them.
Yeah,
pretty much. I mean, they already put Master Chief in Halo, didn't they? I mean,
they did. Yeah, but that was good for Halo. That was good for Halo to get.
To get younger.
The age range in Halo is like us, right? It's like most of the people are in their 30s. So throw Master Chief in Fortnite, and then you got a new game dropping. It's kind of like going on a game show right before you drop an album out. Like every celebrity,
like Hot Wings.
That's kind of like
Hot Ones.
Hot Ones before you have a project coming out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But it's whatever.
I mean, hey, like I've said it before, I am very happy with what Fortnite has done to the gaming industry in a way. In a way, I'm not saying all the ways, but in a
Only
way,
thing they've done is brought a new genre of games, and
That's not
really
much.
the first battle royale. They weren't the first, were they?
No,
No,
that wasn't
it
They were
that
just
what
the
you
first to
call it?
pop.
the first popular one.
PUBG.
PUBG was the first one.
Daisy.
Okay.
Was it? No, it was H1Z1 or something.
Z1.
Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah, all of those clunky ass shooters. I was like, as soon as them giants, like as soon as Kai gets their hands on a battle royale or somebody that has like an actual budget, like they're gonna destroy those first versions of battle royale because them giants, like PUBG, that game was so fucking.
clunky.
It was so clunky.
I don't like the way it looks.
It
It
was
looks terrible.
ugly. It was drab. It just wasn't a happy game. Then you have Fortnite, and then Fortnite came right after that, and it was like the complete opposite. And it's funny because Fortnite was just literally a tower defense game, and then they just added that battle royale mode to it, and then that's when it popped off.
It was the last minute too. It was like the last week.
It was like, oh, let's try this inside of here.
Put it in there.
Fortnite is like Candy Crush. What Candy Crush did to Bejeweled. So
Yeah.
that's what it did.
Facts.
That's a good
Bejeweled
one.
Bejeweled is like this. Yeah, we're here, and then everybody's like, yeah, Bejeweled. My mom plays that, and then Candy Crush comes out, and everybody plays it, and they're like, no, this is way better than Bejeweled. No, it's Bejeweled.
It's the same thing.
It's Bejeweled. It's like playing chess with like, I don't know, like Pez dispensers for your pieces or whatever. It's like it's just like it's candied up, really. Like it's really dressed up, but it's Bejeweled, man, and it made so much more money than Bejeweled, and I feel so bad for Bejeweled.
Still going too.
They
Like
deserve
Candy.
better.
My mom still plays Candy Crush too.
Oh, my aunt, I'm pretty sure still plays it.
She was on like
We probably all have
level
a
1,000 plus.
I mean, my wife has it on her phone, and now that I have a phone that could hold more than 5 apps, I'm probably gonna add it back.
You sound like a fiend, man. You couldn't wait to get a phone good enough to put Candy Crush on it.
Must be
Candy Crush is pretty spectacular. I go through cycles with it, but it's coming back.
How do you feel about Bejeweled?
Never played it in my life.
That's my point.
But I've seen it, so I know that the
Candy Crush is spectacular, but Bejeweled is not even worth mentioning. That's the sad part.
You will never see the processor on my phone. Never. Only Candy Crush.
That's sad, man. And that's what Fortnite did to PUBG. They're just like, hey, let's make this thing pop. Let's make this thing. It's basically the equivalent of like the food industry adding sugar to things to make people like more sugar in this. Like make it sweeter. They'll buy it. They'll take it if it's sweeter. And
absolutely,
it worked. Fortnite. Yep. My little cousin was talking about Fortnite. My girlfriend's nephew was talking about Fortnite last time he was over here. I was like, no, I don't got no Fortnite on here. I don't play that stuff.
I know, right? You like you kind of want to throw the controller at him. I was like, I don't got this shit on my goddamn
Fortnite here.
My nephew was like that. When he was younger. He was like,
ask me that shit.
Fortnite, Uncle JK? I'm like, yeah, I do. You play Fortnite? Oh, can I play? I'm like, you ain't old enough. My dad does. Well, I ain't your daddy, so And then he snuck in my room one time. I wasn't there, and started up my PlayStation. Ended up buying the whole damn game. I'm like,
you should have cut him.
You said what?
What is that? How fun is that game when you're bleeding?
You should have cut him.
Think about it.
Wow.
I was highly upset. I was like, Mom, where's Tony? I don't know, he downstairs. You sure? He's like, yeah. Hold on, let me go look. He up in my room, got the controller in hand. My mom came, was like, boy, get your ass out your uncle's room.
Maurice said, you deserve that. Not the victim blame, but that's on you. That's what he said.
How's it on me, sir?
Oh my god.
Hey man, you got them parental controls on there, man.
Got to at least lock it down with a pen or something.
Yeah, man. There's something's up.
Like these kids is addicts out here, and
Yeah,
it is not on purpose. I mean,
There's
it's not
some
on
long
mistake.
division up there.
You some not right facts. Make that motherfucker solve an equation. They'll never play another game.
Plus X plus 2 times exponential rate of 76.
I don't know that. Shoot, I wouldn't be able to play games either. Why are you trying to do stuff like that?
Yeah, no ball.
Yeah.
So you write the answer down somewhere and you just memorize that.
Somebody got to tell it to me first.
Put the answer in one password.
You know, it'd be worse if he solves it and he puts it in and it's wrong,
Bruh.
but it's right, but you're wrong.
Oh,
like,
damn. That would be embarrassing.
that would be
Yeah, that
embarrassing.
would just
like,
be embarrassing.
This motherfucker done solved the equation right. Damn, well, this is why I didn't do math. This is why I failed math. Now you know. But how you fail math? You're computer science. Hell if I know.
Oh, damn. That's rough.
Feel like
Yeah. All right. I think that's it for take him to court to teach him a lesson, Maurice. Yo, what's
All right, take his mom to court.
take that little nigga to small claims like
small claims court. Hell yeah.
Hey, was it more than $20?
Yes.
Yeah, you can sue for more than $20. That's in the I don't know if that's in the Constitution, but I know
That bitch was $49.99.
Hey man, you can sue him almost 3 times over, man.
Remember the battle royale was free, but the full game was like 49 or 49 or 39, one or two.
Hey man,
in the juvie, boy.
Is that more satisfying than seeing him bleed, though? I don't know.
Not everybody wants to kill their nephews, Carl.
I'm saying,
I did. I was like, yo, I'm about to kill this nigga when I get home.
No, not everybody wants to cut their nephews, Carl. Like,
I mean, true.
I've never had the urge to cut a family member before.
I wanted to get a belt.
I wouldn't say never. It depends on the family member, but you know.
But look, at the same time, they were like,
I got a lot of family members I don't really hang out with. I still have never had the urge to go over there and see them bleed.
I mean,
that's pretty intense.
They have the urge to take something that didn't belong to them. That's the question.
Carl is one of the people who you steal an apple and they cut off your hand. Like
shit.
He's like, oh, did you steal an apple?
They didn't want it that bad.
Put your hand out.
You got to make them think twice.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. Punch his father and blame it on him.
Yo, y'all look at
Lion King. Wow.
We should move on. These motherfuckers. Oh my god.
Outrageous.
So, how has everybody found Halo? The Halo Infinite. You know, we got this multiplayer since the 8th. No, not the 8th. Since like the 12th or some shit.
That's the
20th. It was the 12th. It was before Battlefield.
Oh, okay.
No, after Battlefield. It was after Battlefield.
Battlefield was the 9th?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Halo was the 12th. It was the week after.
I will say that first week it ruined everything. I neglected a lot of stuff. I mean, I got the most important thing out the way. I won't say out the way, but the most important thing done, which is getting married. But everything else just took a back seat. I mean,
that's fair.
There was rumors like that weekend, like leading up to it. I was like, please, not this week of all weeks, please.
I remember that shit. He's like, God, no. He's like, please don't. Please don't. And they sent out the video. Everybody was like, y'all, it's up. It's up.
Oh,
and he's like, son of a bitch.
I was at the school. I was like, you know what? These kids aren't learning today. I'm sorry.
Did you remote in?
What you talking about?
Did you
the Xbox?
Yes, at the school?
Nah.
Oh my gosh, that was hilarious and shit.
I do bring my gaming laptops. I could have just played it there, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna wait till I get home. and play it properly. But
fuck them kids. They would learn a lesson right then and there. How
yeah, that's true.
how to prioritize.
My senior year, we had a technology class, but the teacher was also the IT department.
Oh damn.
The teacher, his job never ended, so he just stopped teaching, and we just did whatever we wanted. So we played a lot of Halo, or we play Halo in the back room with all the broken computers. We just put a TV back, we just rolled one of them, them roller TVs back there, and hooked up our Xbox.
Wow.
Yo, that's
Damn.
smooth.
Everything.
That's all you
did,
had to do.
that's how we
What'd you
did
say,
Quake.
Carl?
That explains everything with our education system.
Hey,
It really
being
does.
in the trenches, like, yeah. Check on your kids in these schools, because it is. The teachers are overworked,
Under-resourced.
stressed, under-resourced.
Or they just
Appreciated.
don't want to teach you.
Facts.
The
Underappreciated.
appreciation
Especially
part
in the college
is
level.
pretty major. No appreciation.
Yeah,
No
no
appreciation.
appreciation. Yeah.
Appreciation, yeah.
Everybody acts like they can do it. And even with their experience in the pandemic, like realizing that no, I can't teach my kids because I don't even understand the subjects anymore. Like I don't remember. Like most of us don't remember the subjects. Like,
Yeah,
we just
they
kind of like
changed math. They changed like the way you
Oh,
do
yeah.
math now.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest thing ever. I was like, yo, whoever thought of this way
I
just wasn't good at the traditional way, and they want to make their own shit up.
I think that the real goal of new math, I guess is what they call it. I thought that was an incredible
It's
joke.
like
When they had
core
that-
something.
Yeah, Common Core or something like that. Yeah, Core. Yeah, like I think the way is like to get your brain to see math differently.
Yeah.
And I think it was in Japan long before it was here, so it's not like it's a completely new idea. I think they're just kind
Catching
of
up.
like it's just getting to the States. But yeah, I don't know anything about it. I couldn't tell you how to solve a single problem the way that they do it now.
But it's dumb to expect like
Adult.
when a kid comes home and they're like, "Oh, I need help." Okay, cool. I was good at math. I got A's. I knew how to do algebra. Easy. What is it? New way of math. What the fuck is this? Like,
Right.
You have to taste the problem, JK. You have to taste it. That's how you
I want to taste math.
That's new math. You use your taste buds.
Math.
I want
Say
to
what?
taste goddamn math. Barely want to eat fucking food sometimes.
But yeah, I am enjoying Infinite. I'm at a point where I need just more content, but overall gameplay extremely solid. Minor stuff like the UI could use some work.
Very boring.
Yeah, it is very minimalist. I see what they're trying to do, like with when they have the fire team, like they put all the characters there. That's a cool touch.
Call of Duty does that in their Warzone thing where you're all just kind of like
Like
walking,
walking, like
in an action movie. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you look like you're in the Expendables cast. Yeah.
Doom.
They
Yeah.
want you to be bored, so you go to the store. Is what I read.
Mhm.
They don't want to put interesting stuff there for you to look at because they
that
want you to
works.
be like, well, what's going on up here?
That works. I go to the store more than I've ever gone to the store. I don't buy anything because I'm not spending money here, but I do go to see what's there. I
Yeah.
browse. I'm like, what y'all selling in here? It's never anything. There's like 7 items for sale in the whole store.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
That's-
Apex. Apex did the same shit. They did the same shit. But out of 6 of us here, decided to buy shit. But I'm not gonna name names, but
One of the 6. Or
I
2,
mean,
maybe 2 of the 6.
I mean, we're
3 of
probably
the
up to
6?
like 50%. But we don't have to talk about that.
I think I know who the 3 are. Like, you guys out here buying stuff for real?
I don't know what you're talking about, AJ.
I
Who
was
is that question
battle
directed
pass,
at?
right?
I got the battle pass.
I got the battle pass too. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to get some of these armor things. Like, let's go ahead and do the whole thing. But I know for a fact I saw somebody they were wearing regular armor one match,
Yeah.
and the nicest looking armor I had seen on any character with their level next match. And I was like,
Who did that?
where'd you get that?
Yo, he did that Detective Conan look. He was like,
And
Yeah.
the thing was, Carl did not even acknowledge it. He's just,
Acknowledge what?
this nigga was just in shiny new armor. We all looking on, everybody's relatively the same.
normal and shit.
All our armor is matte, ain't got no finish on it. That junk is like right out the right. They
Right
just
out the paint
finished it.
shop.
Yeah, they hammered the thing into shape and then just put it on your chest. Like that's how new our armor is. They ain't put no paint on
So
it. They put no
new
primer on it. And me and JK sitting here looking all dull, just trying to get just a little bit of character on ours. We'll change
I get some color, something.
change like a visor color or something. That's all we can do at our level. Come back, Hewlin is shiny.
Look, that's hard work out here, right? You know the hours I put in?
Yes, the same amount of hours as me. That's why I'm disappointed.
No, but AJ, look, you go to bed early. I pull a couple 3 a.m.s in here.
But your level is visible to me. There's no way.
Look, 343 knows the dedication I have, and they that.
It was just so funny. Because we were just looking at all the people. We're like, dang, that guy got some tight armor. But we didn't read the names.
Damn.
I look back, like, wait a minute. That's Carl. Where the fuck you get this skin from? He's like, what you talking about, bro? This is hard work right here, baby. What you I was like, hard work. Hard work to push the A in the shop. That's what it was. No, man, no. I put in my work.
Check
I
the
was like,
service record. Headshots, baby. Headshots.
Oh, headshots. That's what it is. That's what it is. Headshots.
It was hilarious.
I got those beatdowns too.
Hey man, more power to. If you want the nice shiny stuff, the only problem I have is there's not enough stuff to buy.
Stuff, yeah.
Like, because I don't want to
limited.
I don't want to wear the same armor that Carl's wearing now that he's already worn that armor. It's like, nah, I don't want to be his twin. I want my own identity here in this game, and I can't have it because I can't play it every hour of the day all the time.
When you get in the amount of games I have, I mean, they'll have something for you.
Okay, thanks, Carl. Thanks for these.
You said you gotta earn them stripes.
So you got the same argument for me, Carl.
Absolutely, it's out here for everybody.
Okay, sir.
Free enterprise.
The encouragement is great.
Said free enterprise.
What's your level again?
I mean, I don't get into all that, JK. I just know my effort that I put in, and it's rewarded by the folks at 343. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man,
levels.
This is embarrassing.
'Tis a season for bullshit.
Levels to effort.
God damn.
Oh my
God. It's a season for bullshit. Okay, got it.
It's to me it wasn't the fact that he bought armor, right? It was the fact that he tried to not. He was gonna. If we would not have said anything, he would have never said anything.
Yeah.
He just it was just a character.
Like,
we was like, dang, that guy's armor is dope. Like, where'd he get that armor from?
Yep.
And he didn't say, oh yeah, thanks guys, nothing.
Yeah, he was like, oh.
Look,
yeah, hard work right here.
Evident. I don't need to flaunt it out here. I mean,
hey, you know what? Your humble nature and just your go get it and grinding attitude is the reason that you are in the place that you are now today, Carl.
Yes. You know what's even funnier is that Tech did it first, and then Carl was like, "Oh, how you get this sexy armor out here?" And we all like, "Yo, he just bought it."
But
he's like, and he's like, Carl was like, "Oh, well, I'm about to earn my shit. I got to earn my shit. I got to play some more games." It wasn't. It was less than a game and a half. This nigga had the same armor. I was like, "Nigga, where'd you get it from?"
Look, when you got tunnel vision, you don't always know how close you are to the victory. Like, a lot of people quit right, at the darkest moment, but you're about to get the dawn, baby, and that's what happened. I finally crossed the finish line.
Carl needs to start his inspirational videos now.
Absolutely.
Tech was believable. When Tech did it, I was like, that is what Tech does.
What Tech does, yeah.
He buys the fancy armor. If it's there, Tech will buy the shiniest armor possible. Like, if it's there, you can get it. Right? Yep. I understand it. But Carl was just talking about how he wasn't gonna buy the Game Pass.
I was. He's like, man, I ain't paying no $10 buy no
He said, I don't
Game
know
Pass.
if
I
I'm
ain't doing this shit.
and this nigga
I remember
now.
he did say that shit. And then that's what got me. He's like, I ain't buying no Game Pass. I out here buying Game Pass, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, wait a minute. They can just bought this skin.
Hard work and dedication.
Okay. Hard work and dedication to your wallet. How about that?
I mean,
Sure,
You have
that's
to
hard
use
work
your
and
assets,
dedication.
right? I mean, like
Absolutely.
they're
Like
yours for a reason.
that's what black people need to realize. Like we need to go ahead and use our privilege,
Yep.
whatever that is.
so how
You can make tutorial videos if you want, so you
If
understand
you have
how
to
it
ask, you can't afford it.
I mean, Carl, I know how to work a credit card. I don't really
You
need
said
a
I'm not a-
tutorial video.
I mean, that's one technique. Let me know how that works for you, but I get it how I live over here. Thanks.
wow. So how are y'all otherwise enjoying the game or not?
It got
enjoying
me
the
off of
game?
Apex. I'll say
It
that.
got you
Like,
off of Apex. Wow.
it got me off
Wow,
of
that's a
Apex.
big
That's a
step.
big
That's a
fucking
big breakthrough.
accomplishment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Too. That shit did for me too.
Like right, like it just I had like I tried spinning up Apex and I immediately spent it like during my game break during the midday. Um, I tried spinning up Apex today and I just couldn't do it. It was just like I didn't even want to like queue into a match. Like I was just like I could be playing Halo, and so that's what I did. Um, so I think it's just the replayability's there. And it's not like I'm going for any like direct like reward. Not now, at least, since the whole Fiesta shit's over and I got my samurai skin. Um, that's hard work and motherfucking dedication right there.
Yeah, Carl. I
That
mean,
was a grind. I couldn't buy that, and I really wanted to just fucking buy it.
I did too. I would have bought the samurai uniform. No shame in my game. I'd have bought that
No
thing.
shame. Bought this shit out of that
All
thing.
this stuff when the game fully comes out. Like,
Yeah, I know. But I would say
smart way
like
of doing
it's
it though.
just it brings me back, and I've said this over and over again. It brings me back to like Halo 3, Halo 2, Halo 3, just like those like could not wait to get home to play some motherfucking Halo online. Like I just could not wait, you know. Played a few games with my uncle, and like he was one who got me into Halo originally. So that was pretty dope, right? And so
How did he like it?
uh he loves it. I mean, he doesn't get as much time to play as he would like, but I mean, he loves it. He got himself he finally got his series last weekend.
That's sort of
X.
X, okay.
Yeah, and so he's been trying to do that and to play a lot more, but his wife has hit or miss on the whole gaming thing. But it was dope playing with him. But I'll say the same thing that like I'd like more content. I'd like to be able to choose just Slayer. Um, and
Yeah,
I know these are all
definitely.
things
Absolutely.
they can hit a switch and they're turned on. Um, like we all know how easy that is, just in general as coders. You know, you can build that up and it's there, right? It's just them waiting to hit that switch. Um, and so I feel like they launched with an idea to let's make some money off of this. Let's get people buying skins. Let's get people, buying the booster packs and stuff like that to get more XP to unlock certain things in the battle pass. So you can definitely see that was kind of one of their main visions, right? And I get it. They're a company. They have to make a profit. But in a way, it makes Halo feel real dirty. And I don't like that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't like that, and I guess it's just I don't know. I really want Halo not to feel like dirty like the rest of them, but it just I get
At the
that
same
you can't
time,
produce a game in this time without focusing on money, 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 and so I've come to accept that. So I'm trying it not to have it be my complaint, but it's gonna be my complaint, and then it won't be my complaint in the future. Last time I'm using this card, I get it, but it does make it feel kind of dirty. And I have fallen into the trap, as you guys mentioned. I have bought the skins. And it wasn't until like after I had bought them, I was just like, God, I just bought skins for Halo. Like, why would I do that? And I did it. I did it, and
Yeah.
you
So
know,
you don't look dusty, like
You don't
you're
look dusty.
starting rolled around in the sand before you decide to go have a go into a match. Like they do a good job of making you look almost like wallpaper. So you're
right?
just like, can I do anything
Yeah.
to not
To make
blend
me
in
look
with
a
this
little bit better.
metal back, like the metal paneling behind me? I look like the metal paneling come to life. I'm trying to.
I don't like how they have you can have like this like different colors. Well, I like the different colors, but I like the distinguishing between enemy and foe. I think people get or enemy foe, enemy and ally in the game. So like blue and red. Somebody usually in the old games, if you had blue armor, you were an ally. If you had red armor, you were the enemy. But or whatever same color they had, green, orange, whatever. And then
Yeah.
now you can just have whatever color skin, and you can make it. But the
Whatever
outer,
overlay.
you gotta look for the outer ring of
Shield
that character.
in their outline is
Yeah. And I mean, to me, like it wasn't no big deal, but for some people I was playing with, it was like, oh man, why they do that? And it was kind of stupid. And then sometimes you play and you forget, you got something right next to you, like, oh, it's my
Yeah.
teammate.
That happens a lot.
And then you turn around, they fucking punch you in the back of the neck and kill you. Like, God damn, this nigga on my team. And yeah.
Yeah.
I think the battle pass, I think they were experimenting with it, tell you the truth. I think they released it early to make sure that the systems that they had in place were what people wanted or it worked out well. Because even for the developers who play it now, they said it was slow progression on the battle pass. And they realized that when they started playing it. So they were like, shit, we need to go back and, retune this a little bit. So I think the whole battle pass, the way it was done initially, was a test to make sure that it was properly implemented. And I think now they're seeing that people still blew past that fucking battle pass to 100 because I remember before they made the changes, motherfuckers was killing me. I saw like a red skull just pop up like a damn death totem, and I'm like, yo. And I looked on the battle passes at the end. I was like, how the hell they get to the end?
I don't get it.
And
You had to play that game, even if you're really good. You still have to play that game like 10 hours straight or something like that. Like
Yeah.
Several days in a row.
yeah, like
they have
or kill everybody on the map all the time and get every single possible like achievement that there is in every match. Like always max out your achievements in every match. That's the only other way I can see like getting to 100. Like I'm at 7, man. Like, this is not easy.
Right, we were all like 15 or 10, and they were at like 100. But anyway,
yeah, that shit is crazy. I don't understand. I don't know why it wasn't more tuned up to begin with. Like y'all got plenty of people to learn from. Like Call of Duty has like their battle pass system. Rocket League has a battle pass system, and I mean, you got of course like Fortnite and I mean whoever else. But like those Rocket League and Call of Duty have two very well established battle pass systems. Y'all don't play none of them games?
MCC had a great battle pass too.
No, nobody. We're not. We don't talk about that here.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Like
I didn't either.
And that's that's y'all's fault.
I don't think it is. Like if they had such a good battle pass system, why they ain't bring it to Infinite?
What MCC needs is to have a better game. That's the problem. Like you can't. I don't care how good your battle pass is if your game sucks. So like I think that they were working on the wrong piece.
Oh my God,
valid.
They were working on the wrong piece of the game.
Blasphemous. Blasphemous. Just because the games are old doesn't mean that they're bad.
No, look, man, I've played Mario and in NES Mario, and it's fun to play that for like 15 minutes. But then I want to play a real game, and I turn on my Xbox.
I want to play a real game.
A real game, wow.
That part right there, Mario Battle Pass, bro. I would be upset.
That'd be hilarious. They put down Smash.
I almost spit my water out.
But no, I mean, all they could have done was just put it to where you get the amount of XP and the challenges to get. That's it's that simple. Like, but
Yeah.
What was wrong with getting points for playing and then rolling the dice on something cool? Like, what was wrong with that?
Oh,
Like,
loot boxes.
boxes.
Ooh,
That's what it
that's
was.
the dirty term.
Yeah,
no, but I'm saying
But
like
it was like a huge crusade against
yeah. They said it was
loot
pay to play.
crates. Like the last say like the last like couple years, like this started phasing out of
so. It's
the
not
whole.
so Halo
So Battle
5. That's
Pass,
a loop. That's a loop.
yeah,
Yeah.
those are basically loot
Loot crate
crates.
system.
So like Battle Pass is kind of the answer to loot crates now. So
Yeah.
this is like
You know what
this
you're
is their
getting.
way. Yeah,
There needs to be some
exactly.
more randomization though, and I know that that's the problem. Is people think that it's not random because the company is in charge of the algorithm, right? In order to say when somebody gets something rare, but it can be just like what's that game? The Outsiders or Outriders. Sorry, Outriders. Right, like where you get some rare stuff, like when you go and go to a chest, it's not a guarantee. It's very rare that you get something rare, which makes sense, right? But it would be cool if I
Like
could
a
get
mix.
something. Yeah, if I can get something cool without having to be the best Halo player ever, right? Like I don't want my look to reflect my play. I want to at least look nice when I go out there and get murdered. But y'all got me out here looking dusty. People know immediately like this man ain't got no armor, man. His stuff looks like it's been spray painted on. This guy's garbage. Like immediately.
Wrong. That's a guy proven wrong. But the problem was it was because it happened in Destiny, Battlefield or Battlefront. What other game? Borderlands a little bit because they had to change their stuff. A bunch of games where they had like loot, quote unquote loot crates because they say, "Oh, it's pay to win." Somebody could pay $100.
It's still that though, isn't it? The battle pass is kind of still that. You still
Well,
gotta.
it really isn't
There's
because
incentives to.
you pay the amount, so you pay the $10 and you can earn it, or you can do the bundle and get only 25, but you know what you're getting. With the loot crates, you don't know what you're getting. And so they was like, "Oh, this is gambling. You don't, you putting in money, you putting in $25 for
A chance to
100
win
100
something.
You're not
100 loot
really.
crates."
But in Halo 5, you didn't really have to spend any money if you didn't want to. You just had to play a lot, and then you
Halo
get
5 was Halo
thing.
5 was you earn points from which is the easiest way to do it, and you can either pay
To get wreck points.
100,000. Yeah, you can pay 100,000 to get a one little thing.
Gold. Well, you had different tiers. You had bronze, silver, and gold. And the gold wouldn't cost 100,000 rec points, but the other ones were cheaper, or 10,000 rec points. And you could buy rec points. That's where the money comes in. But you also earn them just by playing, just by getting achievements, by doing things in the match.
Yep.
Similar to how
But
Infinite works.
But it was a little bit different because that pay to win aspect. Because if you bought, like, say for instance, if you had a certain type of gear, it could enhance your character and you could play better. And a lot of games were having that. So like in Battlefront, you could get certain gear in the game and it will make your player better. Or you can get certain hero cards and you can play better.
Don't punish Halo for the mistakes of Battlefront, because you don't get better. Trust me. I have a lot of rare armor in Halo 5. You do not get better from wearing it. I can assure you, I am living testament.
Exactly.
You cannot
That's
get
why
better.
it didn't affect Halo. It didn't.
I mean,
just because you got that armor is not going to affect your armor being higher or lower.
Yeah, but that's AJ's point. He was like, it didn't do that, so bring it back.
So give me that in Infinite. Like, don't you didn't make the mistake. Don't like adhere to the punishment, right? You didn't make the mistake. Why are we doing the battle pass? I mean, I know it makes more money.
System. All they had to do was keep the same system and add the battle pass. That's all you
I
had.
agree.
I agree. Because I would have bought the battle pass so I could have access to the newer stuff, but also give me a chance to get some rare stuff without having to play Halo every day all the time. Everybody can't do that. I wish I could. I wish that my life was that simple that I could just turn on my Xbox every morning and play Halo for hours. I can sneak in about an hour every once in a while during the regular week, right? So like I can sneak it, but then my life takes my life happens. I can't play Halo while my life is happening.
Facts. Yeah, I definitely like the rec point system a lot, and I wish we could have kept some of that. But they gotta scrub it from the record. And I like that they gave you in Guardians, they gave you a lot of like those little modification cards where you could earn extra XP, earn extra rec points, you
Yeah.
know, with different conditions. Like I bring that back.
You can sell those
Technically
Warzone.
have
You can
'em, but
sell
it's
all
not
the other
the
stuff you didn't
Yes.
want. I'll be selling weapons.
Bruh.
Yeah.
I've-
Armor and all that stuff.
I got so
When I
many
got
rec
my
points locked
points-
up in weapons right now. Um
When I got my points, they got rid of the armor pack. I was just so ready to be like, yeah.
I remember that.
oh,
Right
I
now.
was
Carl.
like, oh, I'll get it
Kane.
next
Gone.
time. And
Next
then the
time,
next time he went in to do it,
It
it was
never
gone.
came. That's over a year ago now.
I don't think
Damn.
it's coming
Still
back.
The saltiness,
hurt.
bro. Well, now you got
I got over
Infinite to grind on.
600,000 now.
You
Still
got how
waiting
many
on it.
thousand?
I got over 600,000.
God
Right.
damn.
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 Can you gift that?
Give that to who, not you?
Somebody
I
who can
mean-
use those
Mr.
points.
Master Chief, light skinned Master Chief over
Now,
there.
if I could transfer that to Infinite somehow, that would be
Hey,
useful.
Yo, honestly,
that'd
we
be
should get
fire.
we should get a special like armor set just from playing
Five so
Halo
much.
5. Yeah.
Infinite don't want nothing to do with Halo 5, Carl. You ain't gonna be able to transfer nothing to Infinite. Infinite don't want to touch Halo 5. Ew, you might get
Yeah,
your
that is
failure
true.
on me. Ugh.
get your back, right?
You don't touch me.
How
Bro.
dare
Look,
Uh,
Infinite, I'm telling you, Infinite don't want nothing to do with none of the Halos, really. Like,
What is matchmaking like now for 5? I gotta think. However bad it was before, it must have
Oh
fallen completely
Lord.
off the cliff.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, I really do think that the problem with matchmaking in 5 really was regional. Like, I don't think there was a lot of like, oh, you could play somebody who was basically like, I
Same
think it was,
area.
yeah, like it had to be in your same area. I think that's what the match. I really do, because I would get up and get ready to play, and I could not match make at all. But
Damn.
then once I started playing with y'all, then I could get into some games. But when I tried to go by myself, sometimes I just hit it, and that thing would just spin until Halo just kicked me out. I was like,
Just saying this, they were like,
it's just nobody
this
playing
nigga,
Halo in
this
my
nigga ain't
region.
good enough. This nigga ain't good enough to play.
Hey,
By himself.
it's either my skill level or it's my region.
It
But
might
they're
be
saying
region.
something to me
Region.
that I do not like.
You could
Because if
try
you play
loosening
somebody
up
in
the
Japan, that's probably a bad experience.
true. That's true.
True. That's
Say it
true.
again.
If you played somebody in Japan, that's probably going to be a bad experience.
That's true. I'm not asking for that. I'm just
Plus
saying,
nobody in
like,
Japan is
it's
playing
people
it.
it's people on the other side of the country, of this country, playing. Let me play with them. Like, why am I sitting here waiting for a game knowing that other people are playing? Like, I know other people are playing. I'm not the only one trying to play Halo right now. This ain't like I opened up an Xbox 360 game and tried to get on Xbox Live and play somebody. This is the most current version, or was the most current version of Halo. I'm trying to play it, and they're like, "Nah, you just can't."
Trying to
Sorry,
point to the MCC. That's all that was.
that's all it was.
Hey, if they roll
Yeah.
Guardians into MCC, I will be there. I
Yeah,
will be there.
That ain't
I will,
good.
I will too.
He's like, nah, nigga, not today.
I will too. I would
Rude.
roll right
And
through
just
that.
for y'all
Not on
niggas.
my watch.
Nah, y'all talking all that shit about MCC. Nope. Nope.
To be
Nope. Nope.
honest,
I mean, it's not
I
about
don't-
MCC the platform. It's about old ass Halo the game.
And to be honest, Kristen, I don't mind never speaking of MCC again. Like, if that's what your problem is, I'll never say the words again. Like,
That's the only words you
I'm
can say
gonna-
is infinite.
I'm gonna see how long I can go without using those letters in the alphabet.
I'm done.
You go skip a
definitely-
lot of words. Let me see.
Yeah,
Oh,
for real.
Man.
I already used the M. I can't. I'm
I
out.
hope your
I'm out.
girlfriends, I hope your girlfriends they don't start with any of those 3 words.
You can't say
What if-
mama.
Nope.
Yes.
Oh no,
You can't say
Can't say
could,
cook.
you can't say can't,
uh,
cookies,
Block,
cones,
cuddle. That's all out.
cuddle,
non-paternal unit is what I'll use.
non-paternal. You be done.
Wow.
Wow.
You can say a woman who birthed me.
There's a
There's an M in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, damn, can't do that either.
And
Can't
That'll
say
be hard.
woman.
It'll be hard. All right, that's probably a step too far. But
Can't say female. Can't say
too much
damn.
dedication right there.
the point is, I don't have to ever say MCC and
That's
talk
true.
about that game.
Call your mom by
Call your
her
mom
first
by her
name. You grow. Yeah, okay.
Absolutely
That's
not.
death, boy. Boy, that's death.
Yeah.
Death wish. You're grown. Okay,
You're grown.
okay, Maurice.
Right.
Okay,
You
Maurice.
hey, listen. Get your phone, get your Samsung, your Pixel, whatever you bought. You know, put the camera on, stream it to Twitch, and you go do it, and let us. And we'll see how it goes for you.
Go stream it.
Release that.
Go home, stream it, and call your mom. Call your mom by her first name, and we'll see how it goes.
Y'all remember how like The Rock used to do all that stuff before he did the people's elbow?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
that's what I see happening right now when I do that. I did it in my
Nah.
head as like an exercise, like a thought exercise, and I just saw like
I can see AJ's mom like cooking something in the kitchen, and then she just looks up for a second, and then she goes back, and AJ's like, "Oh, I guess everything's fine." And then like he turns around, and then she like just teleports in front of him, like choke slams him on the ground.
I have been chokeslammed by my mother before.
Oh shit! It turned into like an
Damn.
anime. Damn.
She will go WWE on me.
Well, I can't.
Damn.
I can't just.
So-
Oh
attest to
yeah,
Just
I
that-
didn't say that on. I didn't say that on the internet. My mother would never.
She would never.
It's
She
too late.
would never.
She would never.
Go
My
get
mother-
child protective services. Call them.
It was on a video
Get a
game.
retroactive
We were
case.
playing WWE, the video game. That's when she choke slammed me. It was not in real life.
Yes. Not in real life.
There's got to be a
Very
statute of
true.
limitations on that kind of stuff, though. So.
I mean, you're an adult now. CPS can't. You know.
You can go back to it's like. So when did this happen about you getting choke slammed? Oh, you were 8. Got it.
But how do y'all feel about like the weapons and all that stuff? Like
Ravager.
do you like the emphasis on the AR?
No.
No,
No.
no, I hate it.
I kind of don't mind it. I don't know. I
No.
at first
Halfway
I
across the map, you shouldn't annihilate me with AR.
yeah, I agree with you. The
That I
range is
agree.
a little
It's
crazy.
too accurate from distance. It's the VK makes no sense because the AR is too accurate from distance. The VK is more accurate, but it's not accurate enough to be like the better weapon to use.
No.
Like
VK just requires like it requires a lot more precision.
it's like the pistol, but faster and stronger. But the problem is, if somebody you're shooting somebody with the VK, right? They start moving around and then they pull out their AR, like
You're dead.
closing the distance and hitting you with the AR while they're closing the distance is much easier than me trying to like pick you while you're, strafing and stuff like that. Like the it makes some of the weapons useless in my opinion when you make the AR that powerful. Like I think it is too strong, and also it makes Halo more boring when the AR is that powerful because that's the most boring gun on the game. Always has
It's
been,
all around it.
right?
Well, I would say it makes so my thing is it makes like regular social matches a little bit better
Okay.
because like I feel like in previous Halos because I mean I would say all the 343's Halos like the AR has been a lot more powerful than in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Like I hate I used to really hate like having to start a game with the AR because it usually just it boiled down to everybody just getting up close and then meleeing. I feel like with this AR it introduces a more medium range gameplay, so you have options now so you can spread it out a bit. But I think that like previous Halos, like the AR game, like the AR like social matches always just boiled down to very close, close combat, and that was the part I didn't really like about that. So I like that it has more range and it's actually useful, and you can zoom in and all that stuff. At first I didn't like it, but I've grown to like it because adds a different pace to a regular like social game outside of jumping into to ranked and playing BR starts. So it's actually I think it's just tolerable for me.
I just
But
don't like it. It makes the pistol less fun to use.
the pistol is just like it's not punchy. Like it's
Yeah,
so like like it's
it's about how
not.
fast you hit it. It's like about how fast you pull the trigger, really, with the pistol. Because like it,
It's how fast and how accurate you can be at the same time.
it's
Because
easier
you
to
miss.
aim to me than the AR, obviously, because it doesn't ride up or
You
there's
mean
no
the VK?
movement with. No, the pistol is easier to aim than the AR in terms of like, because
How?
the AR moves when you shoot it, so you
Not
always
for me.
adjusting.
What kind of?
Always, I'm saying it rides up. Like if you just hold the trigger down, right, the AR is gonna go up because that's just how the gun rides. Like so, you're always constantly adjusting the AR around the
Does
head.
it? I'm
Suave requires some explanation.
I'm
Hey,
gonna have to
for
look at
real,
that.
like no, hey man, turn your game on right now. Ain't nobody
I'm-
watching your screen.
You said-
Just but no, like really, because I go to the training thing, the academy, and I just play around with the AR definitely moves and the pistol doesn't move, right? So the pistol's literally where you point, you shoot. But with the AR, if you're holding it, if you tap it like what you call pulse it, it doesn't move as much. And that's what most people do anyway. It's pulse it. They don't actually hold it, right? But I use the AR like the people in the Jurassic Park movie, they get eaten by the dinosaur, where they just hold the gun and then the dinosaur jumps over the bullets and so I hate the AR. I've always hated it. And the pistol seems less effective now. Like I really only use the pistol when you're not looking at me now. But I still prefer it to the AR. So I'll still use the pistol from distance over the AR just because
They
I like the way I just like the way it feels.
the clip in a pistol is so small. Like there's so little room for error. Like I
Right.
feel like in 5, you had a larger clip, and you could, even if you aren't accurate with the couple shots, like you can still pull it back. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
this strain is like, it really is just kind of it really is a sidearm. Like
Sidearm.
yeah, like
doesn't-
you spray up people with the AR, then you pull out your pistol and get the headshot real quick.
And it's the only
But that's
gun.
and that's where you and that's I think that's what they really designed it for. But I think with us, coming from 5, like the pistol was the BR in
It's the main
5,
weapon.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like for us is we had to like relearn that shit. So
Yeah.
The pistol is the only gun that like when you pull it out, like you cycle, you don't have to like set it up. You know what I'm saying? Like if you cycle between like a power weapon and the AR, you're pulling down. Like you have to do the whole animation before you can aim it. Like you can't just switch it out, right? So the pistol's the only gun where no, you just immediately point it at somebody. It's cocked and loaded, and so that does make sense that it is the sidearm. So you crack the shield with the AR, and if you have to reload the AR, it's better to switch to the pistol, finish that person off, and reload when you have some, when you're out of combat.
yep.
But it's to me, it's just a more satisfying gun to use. I hate the feeling of the AR, always have. And so I don't like that it's getting all of that love. There's not a lot of battle rifle love on
Battle rifle
it,
is amazing on this game. I
it
fucking love
is.
it.
I hate the battle rifle too, just because it seems like the Halo 2 battle rifle, but with a little bit more it actually has some like
What
kicking
so
animation to it.
what's your favorite battle rifle?
I like Five's battle rifle the best. I like Five's battle rifle better the best out of all the Halos. But
You know who has a slept on battle rifle?
You gonna say
Um,
Reach?
Nah, 4.
Mm.
I can't even really remember 4.
Battle
Um,
Rifle in 4 was good.
yeah, Reach didn't even have a battle rifle. It was
Oh,
just
you're
the
right.
DMR.
DMR.
Yeah. The VK is the DMR basically now.
It's more
I
accurate
do
though.
not like that gun.
I
It's
like
not strong enough. It's not strong enough. That's the thing.
It's
weaker than the
strong, but
DMR.
it's strong, but you gotta like pace it and you gotta be accurate. Like
Yeah.
it's not it's not like the saw. It looks like the saw,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
It's
when you
not at
look at it,
all
it's like, oh shit, and you're like, oh, and yeah,
It's
nah,
not that.
You
It's like
gotta, yeah.
SMG cross with the DM, and it's like I don't fuck with it. It's like I
What
haven't
happened to
gotten
the
a good feel for it.
SMG?
Ain't no
They don't have
SMG.
the
Like
best gun is the disruptor pistol, but
Maybe they
The
put that in
disruptor
that.
pistol is good.
the
that
disruptor, yeah, that shit
6
is tight.
shots and they're dead. It doesn't matter. Like they'll die later. Like it's like
Yeah.
from the grave. If you get
Yep.
them with 6 direct shots with that thing, so like especially when you're playing people who, you can tell when you're playing people who don't play Halo because they're running too straight.
Yeah,
You just pop that thing up and it just go around the corner and like you're out of fire and then they just explode later. That's the best gun, in my opinion. And it's a
definitely.
pistol basically, but effective.
Yeah.
I like this AR. I don't like the distance. Like I feel like it get a little bit ridiculous, but I like that it's more powerful. I feel like it makes for better social matches.
Yeah.
I haven't got a good I feel like I haven't played with the BR that much. Like now that it's hanging on the wall, like they never just put it in my hand. Like I'm not going hunt for it.
You
Like
have to
if
play
I
ranked all
find
the
it,
time.
no, I haven't
Ranked is
played
all
ranked
the time.
yet.
Yeah, they use
They
like
give
you
you
don't
BR
got you don't
starts.
start out with an AR. You
BR
start with
starts
a
with
BR.
no radar,
Yeah.
which is
You
amazing.
sound too happy. You sound too happy.
It's
It
fun.
makes me feel like it's not a place I need to be.
It's
Oh,
fun.
it's great.
No, I like no radar. I mean I don't multitask well anyway. I'm never looking at that
You
thing.
said
You want to make sure you use the spot more.
Yeah.
Where you
definitely.
kind of like tell her, oh yeah, I forgot about
Yeah.
that. You don't even think about that option.
That's true.
It's new to
So it
Halo.
Yeah, I've
promotes
been
more
trying to
teamwork.
mark more. And it's
Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
wish it was a little. You know how in COD, like right after you die, you can ping. I wish they had that, but they don't. Like every time I'm like, oh, I should have marked that, and it's like, it's too late. You're dead now. You're dead now.
Yep, basically.
But yeah,
Um
having a good time overall.
one thing I do not like is the especially in the quick play and social, and I think this is also a 343 thing, but the respawn times, like
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
I don't
yeah.
understand, like going back and playing MCC and playing like the older ones, like the respawn times were like 4 seconds, but in this joint, like from 4 to like now, the actually no, and 4 it was instant. Like it was kind of like Call of Duty. They give you like
Mhm.
7 seconds, or you could say respawn now. 5 is when they started doing that bullshit where
It was like 8 seconds.
yeah, it's like 8 seconds. I'm like, dog, this is social. Like you want people, and I feel like that's something that they should really address, and nobody's really talking about. But they really want to, grab people from like Call of Duty and all the other shooters. They especially in the social aspect, they really need to cut down that respawn time so people can kind of
Yeah.
jump right back into the game, get the game going, get as many games going as possible. So I really don't understand that philosophy. I really think it's that those fucking esports bros in there. Oh, we need 8 second respawns and blah blah blah. Yeah. So I
Nah,
don't
Some of
I
it
understand
agree.
that.
Do you think the
I,
maps are large enough for the seconds to go down? Because I feel like that's almost like a response to like
the
the
maps being
maps are
kind of
pretty
small.
small. Yeah, the maps are pretty small in this game, except for like maybe 1 or 2 levels
I mean,
where
maps are. I mean, that it really doesn't matter. I mean, it you know it's always been 4 seconds, and so I don't understand why they doubled that when they
it's
got
the
from
game modes,
to
right?
5 and infinite,
Mm, yeah, I would. That's what I would say,
or
Jake.
at
Like,
least
I
for
think the
Slayer.
problem is that first, I mean, I think for it's too long for like because like when you're in strongholds or when you're doing like
it's a very big
oddball, the
punishment.
timer goes up too fast for a 9 second
Mhm.
respawn.
Yeah, it's a
Like
huge punishment if you die. If you die, it's like you can lose a game respawning because
exactly.
it's 8 seconds, and that team has at 192 or whatever the
Yep.
number they have to
You
reach
feel it
is.
every second. It's like
Yeah,
man,
you
painful.
exactly, and then you got to and then you respawn on the other side of the map, so then you got to run all the way over to where the strongholds are, and yeah, I've been burned by that several times, where it's like you
Yeah.
die and like man, if I can just too late.
Like punish you
Yeah.
and to reward like for if you kill an entire team and you're holding the ball for oddball, they spawn on the other end. it's going to give you the advantage to
They don't need
to
that much
get-
of an advantage, especially in social.
Yeah, in social, like just
Like
let
you-
that shit just
Exactly.
let it be. Like I don't understand. Like
I get it.
doesn't need to be ultra balanced. Like leave that shit up to ranked. You know.
I mean, I feel like there's room for balance, but this does not feel balanced. Like
It's
it feels
just-
like
it's-
if a team,
it just
if there's a
ruins the
skill gap,
momentum.
yeah. And I feel like if there's a skill gap, like that is gonna let them like run all over you, and that does not feel good when you're playing casual. Like you
Yeah.
want people to want to keep playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's happened a couple times when you play like a good team in strongholds, and it's just like you're the only one who seems to know the objective. Everybody else is
Bruh.
kind of
Or just
like
plays the
it's like
objective.
look, I'm sitting here in the stronghold getting strongholds, and every time I'm like, why am I the only person over here? This is a red stronghold. Why am I the only person over here? Why are there 3 people killing me while I try to
Murdering
get this
me.
stronghold? And where's the rest of my team? I
Where
always have
are
to,
y'all
like,
at?
I press the start button or whatever to make sure, like, did they all quit? Like no, they're all still here, but they're not near me for some reason. And then it takes, like you said, it takes 8 seconds to respawn. So I was like, I can't even get my get back because the respawn is ridiculous. But in oddball, I don't actually see that as a bad thing, because if you killed 3 people, like say, like Jake said, you kill a whole team with the oddball in your hands, I feel like you deserve 24 seconds apiece, because you killed all 3 of those people. Like, it sucks that, like, it might have taken you 8 seconds to kill the second person. It's like an unending wave. And like I said, not everybody knows how to play the objective. So some people just be like out there doing their own thing, and you're out here just smacking people with the oddball left and right.
Oh, that's speaking of that. I don't like that it's not a one-hitter quitter anymore for
Oddball.
smacking people with the oddball. Yep.
Or the
That's
flag.
crazy to
Also
me.
with the flag too. Yep. I don't like the fact that the shotgun is not a one-hitter quitter.
No, it's about 3 shots.
Yeah. Like there's really no like the sword is
Only gravity hammer.
unless you have like the repulsor, or I remember I got a no scope bull true with the sniper rifle, but I mean that's rare. You
Mhm.
know, there's no way of like stopping a fucking, like somebody that's going on a rampage with a sword. There's really no way of stopping unless you have a rocket launcher or like
You catch them at a distance. Like if they're switching to like they're keeping their distance weapon out at distance and then put the sword out in the middle of a fight, yeah, it's pretty much
it's
over.
done. It's done.
Dude, I had a
So
bolt true with the skewer one time. Headshot, no scope. That shit was amazing.
I hate that gun. I cannot shoot that skewer.
Felt
Agreed.
so
And it
can't
takes
get-
so
can't get-
long to reload.
Can't get the time.
the skewer is
Oh,
really good for vehicles.
oh yeah, and now
Really
that is
good.
very true. You can f up a warthog or something like that with the skewer.
Oh
That's
yeah,
crazy.
I shot a warhog off the cliff with that shit. That
Yeah,
shit was
especially when you hit
amazing.
it right in the engine. If you hit it right in the engine, it blows up immediately.
I feel like the skewer should have some sort of like splash damage.
I think I was seeing something about them updating it. I was watching some YouTube video where it like exploded now instead of, I don't know, I didn't get to test it.
Because it seems
I was
like it
watching it
should.
today. Yes, some kind of
Seems like
impact
it
damage.
should. Yeah.
Right, like it's flying at such a fast speed, it shouldn't just.
It should just like
Yeah.
yeah, you're just shooting a big ass steak.
Yeah.
I feel like it should like hold somebody to the.
No, that
that.
would be
Oh
cool.
yeah,
That would be
yeah.
hilarious and
That
cool
would be
and demoralizing.
What
And
game was that?
demoralized.
There's a
Wasn't
game that you could
that
do
Doom?
that. Was that the Doom multiplayer that you could do that?
Yeah, it was. It was because like you could shoot
I wish that gun. What
one
gun?
of the gun. What gun was it? Damn, what was it? Because I remember some people used to get like put onto the walls like they're fucking.
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious. Oh yes.
But yeah, so what do y'all think? The 8th. What are some big? Of course, we're getting campaign, but do you think we're gonna get like the full like multiplayer suite now? Like, are we gonna get more playlists? Are we gonna get more maps? Is there any more like content that they're gonna drop to kind of like get people re-energized?
There's gonna be more maps.
Because I'm getting a little bored.
There's gonna be more maps, more.
You might play too much.
I think they're gonna drop more content. Most definitely.
You said what? So,
Please,
I'm saying, you might play too much Halo. I don't know.
I know I do. I have a problem. So they gotta like keep me.
They gotta feed your habit,
yeah, man.
It's like me with Battlefield.
Yeah.
Facts.
But yeah, what were you saying, JK?
Yeah.
I think between the weapons, they're gonna start putting more weapons out slowly. So like probably like every if they do like Call of Duty, where like every season, you can have a new weapon. I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah, because they in 5 they did drop new weapons. Like they dropped the I mean they were old weapons like the Halo 1 pistol, the Halo AJ's favorite Halo 2 BR.
Love it so much. So much.
I don't understand why you don't like that. That weapon is so great. That's the Halo 2 BR is probably, I mean, it's arguably the best BR, but I mean, I'm not.
Oh, it's the best BR in terms of what it does, efficiency. I think it's because everybody else plays without vibration, and so like the tactile sense that I get from it is so lame. I actually played without
You play
vibration.
with vibration on?
Yeah, I played without vibration before, so that's not why I suck, guys. I know that's what everybody's thinking. No, it's not. Trust me. I played without vibration. I played.
No
worse.
one is thinking that, AJ.
Bumper jumper is
Okay, good.
your answer.
I'm thinking that right now.
See,
Those are the
say it
thoughts
again.
that are going through my head.
Listen.
Said bumper jumper is your answer.
No, man. I also played bumper jumper once. I did, and I was like, this man has, like, I don't know. You don't realize that you basically tortured yourself into success with that thing because it's not intuitive in any sense to do anything. I'm throwing bombs I'm throwing bombs when I'm trying to do something else. I'm doing like everything is like
bombs it's the same thing. It's left trigger.
But it's like it's the jumping and the I don't know what it was.
Jumping, the jump. Only thing that's different is your left bumper is your jumper and then your right bumper is melee.
I don't know what it
that's
is.
so intuitive.
I was playing it. I was like, let me see this.
So
I did it.
all right. So
what? The first Halo 5 when we got onto the second beta. We got onto the second beta. I was setting up my controls because they always on the second beta they mess up your controls every time you start
they don't carry that shit over.
Right. So I was like, okay, let me try this. Bumper jumper was a choice. I made that choice and then immediately regretted that choice during the match. And I was like,
so what's the default control? I don't even know the default controls in Infinite. What is it?
I can't even remember what the.
So what do you use? What do you use the melee?
Melee is B.
Right thumbstick.
No, thumbstick. B is crouch.
Crouch. Yeah.
That makes no sense.
What's right thumbstick and bumper jumper?
You said what?
What's the thumbstick and bumper jumper when you press it in?
Right thumbstick is zoom
in.
Yep.
Zoom. I think that might have been my issue because I might have been used to zoom.
So what's the zoom? What's the zoom in the default? Is it left trigger?
Trigger.
Yeah, left trigger.
There's left trigger.
Mm-hmm. Like the in Halo Infinite. In Infinite, left trigger is the zoom.
What do y'all use to throw grenades?
RB.
Bumper.
RB and LB are LB is for grenades. RB is for equipment.
Yep.
That's disgusting. Yeah, I don't. That's
bumper jumper is not my answer, my friend. I
not.
tried it, and I was like, I'd have to get used to it, and then maybe after the learning curve, which is not, it's a steep learning curve. After this steep learning curve of playing the game several hours, maybe it makes me better. But I was like, I'm not gonna train to play this game. If I'm training to play Halo, guys, I'm quitting. Like that's it. That's it. If I'm training to play this game, other than what I like to do, if it's something I like to do, but if I have to like do some extracurricular training, it's like, oh man, you gotta do your thumb exercises every morning before you play Halo. Like if I gotta do anything like that, guess what?
It's over.
Probably over.
You can use button puncher for melee if you wanted to.
You said button puncher?
Yeah, well, B is melee, and the crouch is right thumbstick.
No, I like B. I like crouch is B.
My crouch is left thumbstick, I think. Yes, left thumbstick.
So
So
yeah,
where is your
That's how I'm
sprint?
able to.
yeah, that's bumper jumper. Yeah,
My
Carl
sprint is
plays
my sprint
inverted.
is A.
Sprint is I used to play
Yeah.
inverted.
I can't do that.
I
It
used to,
was-
yeah. It was some games that it was like on the PS2 era. I used to play inverted.
Flying games, that's it.
combat.
It was like
Mine was Ace
time
Combat too.
splitters or some shit.
Ace
Oh,
Combat.
Time Splitters. Yeah, I remember that one.
And Red Faction. I used to play those inverted. I
You
think.
played inverted with Red Faction?
Think so, yeah.
Really?
It was weird.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because when I switched over to Halo, I was like, why did I do that? Like, what was wrong? Like, what was wrong in my life?
What's wrong with my life? Damn.
That just sounds painful.
Well, it was around that. Yeah. Anyway,
Wow. So
It was around that time.
anything else for Halo Infinite multiplayer before we get this the campaign, the official release in
Halo
less than a
is
week?
back. Halo is back. I
And
am
that's what Twitter
excited.
says.
People are talking. People are excited about Halo. I think
I mean,
we've
Halo ain't
been the
never went
only
nowhere.
ones.
Mhm.
I mean, true, but you know, a lot of people they just did not even
Like
bother
five.
with 5. Like it
Did
was
not like it.
and I felt, and this, I think you know, as much I talk shit about 5, but I really do love 5. But I think that it got a bad rap from the campaign. Like it just had a big ass stank on it from the campaign side of things.
We don't want to see no black Spartans being successful out here or running their own teams.
Nah,
Sure, they can
man.
train your Spartans up in the academy.
I know,
but
right?
not-
We got
but not see
demoted.
but not see no black Spartans out there trying to save the
We
day.
got demoted. They said we put you on desk duty.
No black
Eesh.
Spartans out there.
Rude.
But yeah, I think that it's a game that I truly think, like, once they eventually add it to MCC and thus add it to PC, I think it's gonna have a second life because people are gonna be like, oh shit, you could do all of this in a Halo game? Like, so yeah, like y'all was sleeping. Y'all was like, oh, Halo 5. I feel like a lot of people didn't even try Halo 5 just because of, like, the stank around like the campaign. They didn't really give it a fair shake.
Yep.
Yeah, all the cool kids made fun of it. All the
Yeah.
cool kids, all the best
Yeah,
Halo players.
it was
they just-
popular to kick it. It was to kick
Yeah.
it while it was down. And so that's kind of what's happening with Battlefield right now.
Yep.
Where, you know, it's just popular to kind of like pile on it, and even though people haven't even played it. You know, it's like, oh yeah, Battlefield sucks this year, but have you played it? It's
Still
like,
the most sold
"No,
on PC
I
right
saw
now.
videos.
I
You
think
know.
they killed all those Spartans too from the old Halo game. Like just to be like I'm from Halo 5. Like in the campaign, they're gonna find out all those people are dead.
Squad, his
Yeah.
Spartan Lock squad.
All of them, yeah. Every
All
Spartan
died.
that isn't Master Chief and isn't these new Spartans is gonna be dead in that campaign. I'm sure of it.
I swear though, like 5 was all like the way that Spartans moved and like all the abilities is what I've always imagined like the Spartans would eventually become. Since playing Halo 1, I was like, okay, just take my time. Like I know they're, you know, things are gonna advance. They're gonna do more cooler shit over time. And then 5 was like, oh shit, you can ground pound, you can clothesline people, you can assassinate motherfuckers, you can
Mhm.
basically like hover. Like it was everything I imagined a Spartan could do and should be able to do. And like people weren't fucking with it. And now people, and that's the thing that kind of pisses me off too, now where people are kind of dinging Infinite, be like, oh, this is, you know, the gameplay hasn't changed since blah blah blah. This is old school Halo. And I'm like, dog, but y'all the motherfuckers that were like
Preaching that y'all
complaining.
want it.
Yeah, complaining that, oh, like Halo 5, that doesn't feel like Halo, and now it's like back to like Halo, you know, proper. Now you know, you're dinging it for being So it's like you can't fucking win. You can't listen
can't
to
win.
these fans.
It's always the same people complaining about shit, and they always listen to them.
But the problem is the poison pill, like or whatever. Like that these, like you get these people who get so good, so highly specialized at this specific shooter, right? That they carry a lot of weight, so they can kind of affect the way other people see your game, right? Like imagine if you get like Elon Musk saying he hates Teslas or something or whatever, like or just the lead Tesla engineer, doesn't have to be Elon, right? Saying something about how terrible the company is, right? You get enough people like that who are highly involved in it, who are highly specialized in it, saying it sucks, then where are you going to get your new people from? Because your community is what it builds itself out based on like you got these poison pills in here who are like I mean, not you particularly, but MCC players are the real reason why Halo 5 suffered, right? Because they could play all their old Halos. And so what they would do is they play all their old Halos. They're still uploading videos though of them doing awesome stuff in Halo, still talking about Halo, still saying this is Halo. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just like Star Wars fandom, right? Like the original trilogy people poisoned the prequels with how much they hated the prequels. Like there are kids who have never watched the prequels who will just spout the same things their uncles told them about the original, about the difference between the original trilogy and the prequels. And it's like, no, if you're gonna judge the original trilogy and the prequels based on acting ability, they both suck. Like, but they'll speak of the original trilogy as if it was like cinematic gold, right? But it was just new. And that's kind of like what happens with everything. It's like people just blow stuff up just because it's different, and they don't even have to give it a try really, or it's just like they got into Halo 5. I'm convinced they got into Halo 5 and they weren't the best at it immediately. Like they were getting killed by regular
But
people.
that's the thing that confuses me, because it's like every Halo, it's like a challenge. It's like, all right, cool. Like I have a new game that I need to get used to, and to get the feel for it down. Like I remember when Reach came out. I think Reach is probably like the most different game out of all of the Halo games, just simply because of the whole bloom effect. And people were like complaining about that. I was like, but nah, like this shit is kind of tight. Like you have to pace your shots. You have to like, it's a different dimension. It's a different like meta to it now. And
carries over to different games too. So
and
like,
it's not like that gun is difficult for you. It's difficult for everybody. Like
just
it's
get
there for
get used
everybody.
to it. Get used
Once
to
you
it.
get like it's the same learning curve. Everybody has the same learning curve.
Yeah. Like and that's the thing, like as a Halo fan, I've always embraced like, all right, the next game I'm just going to embrace like whatever changes. I may not like everything, but I embrace it. I want to, take it for a test run, and take it for what, the creators are envisioning. Like even with 4 is probably like my least favorite, but um I still had a really good time with it. It was, I felt like 4 was kind of like too updated.
Sprint.
Yeah, basically, right? It was 2 with Sprint. But they, they even like they basically had like those you can call in requisitions. It's basically what's some giants
The
called in
ordinance thing.
kill streaks. It was basically kill streaks in Halo. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like, I mean, it's kill streaks, but it's like in a Halo way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just at the exactly. They put their own spin on it, and I never really got offended by that. Only thing I didn't like about 4 is just the scoring system. Like I think they went a little too far with that.
Yeah,
But
with the points instead of the kills.
yeah, exactly. Like
Nah, I
you
want
didn't
to
need to touch
like,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
because now somebody could just be Chris Paul and look like they were the best player. They didn't get
Yeah.
no kills. They just it's just assists everywhere. 20 assists, 10 kills, and they look like they murdered out there. Well,
Battlefield right now, like in 2042, people were using like the same grenades, or they're using the what's the thing called? Chris, you remember like the little lock-on system, like a lock-on goggles?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they got that now again, and so but it spots everything when you use it. So like it spots people, vehicles, everything. So like when somebody gets a kill, you can get assists out the wazoo. So people getting like 86 assists, but only got like 2 kills.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's some like
Well,
one game
that's
somebody had like 150 assists.
but that's the thing with Battlefield, right? Like I feel like, there's a role for everybody. Like you may not be great at, shooting and killing everybody. But you literally can support your team. You can spot, you can do you can be the medic. Like I think that's the beauty of Battlefield, that it has a role for you, with more traditional like shooters like, Halo and Call of Duty. It's like, dog, if you can't like kill nobody,
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, dog.
I feel like
Kill you
that's
on
like
you.
a pat on the head,
Yeah,
though.
exactly. If you don't kill
Like-
you,
What'd you say, Carl?
It just feels like a pat on the head. Oh, you can't kill. Yeah, go ahead and charge your buddies up. Be a medic.
Hey, man, some people just want to be playing with their friends. They don't need to necessarily be good at the
There you
game.
I get
I'll
it.
be a
Exactly.
medic. If Halo had medics, I'd be right up in there with my little red cross on my chest, running out there healing y'all niggas and running back to safety.
One shot every time.
Just run out there. No, just don't die on me, Jay. Can't get up. And then I'm back in the. I'm back behind.
The banks be like, okay, next person. Who's next? Nah, but like I think even with Halo though, because like when you play like Oddball or which it's kind of frustrating me, like with a lot of like Oddball or Capture the Flag, like for instance, we were playing Capture the Flag one time and I was playing a whole bunch of dudes, they just kept going after the flag, but nobody wanted to defend. So sometimes you gotta, switch roles. And what I like about Battlefield and Halo is that, switching those roles, you gotta adapt to the team that you play with. And, unless you play with a group of people that you always play with, like us, or friends or whatever, you gotta keep constantly switching those roles. So like you get to learn those roles and you can strategize better, in my opinion. When you play, I think that's the difference between.
If I play when Crescent's playing, I have to be defense because I'm gonna get mollywopped if I try to go after the flag.
Facts.
If I play with randos, I have a chance of being, on the offensive. But other than that, yeah, better hang back, hold down the fort.
Problem is, people want to just get kills. Like people, like for
Facts.
we play oddball. Me and Creston, and I
If
think
you had a Slayer
Suave.
playlist, there'll be less of that happening.
True.
yeah.
And I think it was me and Creston, and somebody else. Maybe it was I don't know who it was, but we were playing oddball and they dropped the ball at like 80, and they wanted to get kills, and we killed all of them, grabbed the ball, and we held it all the way to 100.
Like we could have just did this someone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to get more of a better KD, which is
Yeah. Why?
to me, I think that's the worst thing. I think that's the biggest thing that's biggest not pet peeve, but what's the word? I don't know. I can't think of the damn word. But anyway, it's just it's the one thing that's fucked up like the FPS community is that if you don't have a good KD, you're trash.
Yeah.
So everybody try to work on that KD like, oh, I got 5.6. So I was like, dog, okay, what about the objective? Oh, I got like 1 capture. Well, nigga, you didn't do shit.
What? You didn't.
Esports.
Yeah,
Facts.
esports, right. But I don't even think people in esports really care about that. But anyway.
I mean, yeah. So
Right.
apparently, Infinite is having, starting to have some growing pains with like, cheaters on PC in particular, and so like people on console are like, y'all got to let us turn this off.
Have y'all seen those cheating videos?
No,
the
I haven't seen
aimbot?
the video.
I haven't seen it,
Them
yo.
giants is crazy.
Really?
I
I feel like
Literally.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's
I
bad.
just assume anybody who kills me is cheating. I'm like, ah man, that's one of them cheaters. Ah man.
So that's
Hey,
pretty much
I got
99%
caught
of
up.
the damn game, huh?
I got caught up with one of them cheaters, man. You saw how he
I
killed
got-
me?
Let me
That's
see if I can
95%
find that
of the game
video.
right there, baby.
Hey, man, there's a lot of cheaters out there, JK. I feel like I'm the only one playing the game right.
I feel you.
Yeah,
One
I
person.
don't think I've. Oh my bad.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I don't think I've like come across anybody just yet. Who like it seems like they were like cheating.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
haven't seen the videos, but I mean,
Yeah.
Definitely gone against
PC
PC
is
players who were shooting faster than me, which was ridiculous.
bruh.
Like I'm like, literally, somebody has a pistol. I hear 2 shots go off. I'm dead. I'm like, this
Yo,
nigga.
Pop,
I
pop,
was like,
pop.
what the hell?
that shit is annoying. That's probably the closest I've come.
I think I ran into a cheater once in Call of Duty. There was a person who was like every movement. I just thought they were really good, and I was like,
Mhm.
wow, this is the top level of Call of Duty. I mean, they were literally like they walked into a room, they were accurate, they were moving and aiming perfectly, right? Just
Mhm.
killing everybody in the room, and then they would just it almost looked like they was like I don't know. I can't even describe how it looked. It looked comical how they were moving and shooting at the same time. It looked like it didn't look natural, but I just thought they were really good. You know, it's a game, so the characters are
Mhm.
gonna move weird when your reflexes are good and whatever. But now that I look back, I'm like the way that they dismantled a room of people, like they just came in and killed everybody on the team, like in succession without getting hit. It's like probably an aimbot because all you're really worried about then is just moving around. So it's easy to dodge when you don't have to aim.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd never run into it on Halo, but I haven't been playing all too much. So here's to hoping I get to see it just so I can complain about it like everybody else.
Facts. I mean, I will say it's been a couple times I feel like I done like bent the corner and the motherfucker has like shot me around the corner like once or
Yes.
twice. And that's
Yes.
super annoying. But I
Well,
don't know if that's, just perception or if it's cheating.
I think it's perception actually, because I've actually done it where somebody's like literally around the corner, but like a piece of them is
Oh yeah, it's
still
showing.
it's
Yeah.
still showing. So
That
like when
happens
you
to me a
shoot them,
lot.
yeah, like somebody will like jump around foot, they die. I understand. So I understand a little bit, but at the same time, like some things are kind of unexplainable. I'm like, okay, maybe it's just my ping is too high. I don't know.
No, that definitely happens to be a lot where I'm like, no, I was behind cover. I got behind cover, and that last bullet should not have done what it did to me. Like that thing, they got armor piercing rounds or something. Like, how did they get through the corner of that building to my chest?
Facts.
Yeah. Like I had to go do a speed test one time. Like, damn, where my speed test? Where my speed at?
Bruh. Like, what is my latency right now? Because
70? I was like, wait a minute. 70 is getting me lagging like this? Anyway, I don't know. But
we'll see.
I think Infinite's a good game so far. I've been playing a lot. I've been playing a little bit more than Battlefield actually. Because especially after work, high stress, people get on your nerves. I just want to kill things. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go to Halo.
Bow. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Haven't
You can
played
start
as
with
much.
the cousin. Cut him.
Start with the what?
Start with his cousin. Cut him.
You mean his
That's my
nephew?
nephew. That's my nephew.
Ew. Terrible. Oh, did y'all
I did want to
see,
punch him in the throat though.
bruh, violence against children? Did y'all see the other ridiculous, not as ridiculous as the Gucci Xbox, but they Xbox is partnering with Swarovski to give away like a crystal energy sword and a little Spartan helmet with like the golden visor.
Oh
A
Lord.
real one?
I mean, it's real Swarovski crystal. It's not like diamond or nothing.
Was that the Xbox commercial that somebody shared with all the different things, and we were like, oh, everybody can get one of each.
No,
Or-
that was a different. They got some cool merch. Like they got a fire
Yeah.
bomber jacket that I want. But no, they're this is a separate thing.
Say, Microsoft,
Facts.
we over here giving out free reviews and shit.
Ooh,
Maybe be in our best interest to, slide us a couple merch,
Oh, this is wrong.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
Yeah. Check this video out.
Check this out already. All right, hold on.
Oh shit.
With the fucking shock rifle. That is wrong.
Shooting with the shock rifle?
With the shock rifle.
That thing, you can kill like 2 people at once with it if they're standing next to each other.
If you do chain lightning. Oh my God. No, what? No. No. He just did 3 shots back to back. And what? Nah, bro. That's wrong as shit.
These people need to be publicly executed.
Yeah.
Lose their life just like they
Bruh.
kill people in the game. Damn.
Seriously.
It's real out here in these Halo streets. Let me see. But yeah, I mean, overall, having a good time.
Absolutely. Halo is back.
Man, I feel like that's the "Make America Great Again" slogan for me. And when I hear Halo people say that, I'm like, oh, you one of those.
You want to
Halo's
fight?
back? Oh, you wear a red cap, don't you? Yeah, red cap.
Absolutely.
You were a no 5.
Thanks. Oh shit.
Yo, this dude hit every shot. Nah.
Yeah.
Every shot. That's ridiculous. And he was behind the fucking cover. Okay, well.
That's ridiculous.
Anyway.
So let's talk about, what's good with y'all since like this week or since we last talked, when depending on your time availability. I haven't done, a couple things. I'm watching mostly the same stuff. I'll go real quick. Watching Dark on Netflix. That's really good.
What's that about?
Like I said before, that's the sci-fi thriller where they like time travel, and it's crazy. I feel like I can't say a lot because like the way it's like it's not a mystery, but the way they unfold things will make it easily spoiled if I said like a bunch. But you should definitely watch it. Yes, it is very fucking dark. Don't try to watch it in the daytime. You are not gonna see shit. Truly, like I miss being able to see shit on the TV because like that joint be like everything is fucking like come on, man, come on. Brightness on 100, and they don't want you to see.
Say that.
You gotta get the OLED facts. That's what they want.
So OLED do with this dark, better darks. That's us. Never mind. Keep going.
I mean, hey, if I was a rich nigga like you, Maurice, I'd have plenty of OLED sitting around here.
It's just the way he said. But it's the
better.
way he said.
He didn't say better darkies, JK. Better
I'm
dark.
saying
better dark. It just sounds like something
terrible.
Would say.
Terrible. Been watching some more of The Amazing Race. It's something that's easy to like get in and watch a little bit and like get out. So and it's an interesting show. Continuous Succession, that joint is crazy. Kendall's party. This nigga think he Kanye somebody. I don't know what that was. Like
take off your coat.
To perform.
Take off the
fucking coat.
That nigga, he was losing it. The ruining the vibe. He's gonna make people think it's cold. It's not cold in here, right? Like, nigga, are you good? Like that man was not not at all. Played a little bit of Halo, a little bit of Rocket League. Watched Insecure. Caught up on that this week because I didn't watch like the previous 2 weeks. And that joint was good. It was good. The soundtrack good as always. and the writing, the pacing is always good on that joint. I'm enjoying it a lot. The second season of Southside dropped at some point last month, and I started watching that. That shit is hilarious. Very much enjoying it. It's black as fuck. Everybody is like, it's about people on the south side of Chicago, and like all the actors are from Chicago. It's good. I'm liking it. I just finished this week's World Trigger.
Gotta
I'm
catch up.
excited to see these next couple battles and see
Hey man,
you know
I read the manga. This next battle is gonna be real.
I
You finally,
already know.
Yes.
I feel like you get eventually. I think Osamu's gonna do something cool eventually. I feel like I mean I read the manga where he did something cool, but I think this is the part I gotta go back to the manga to see if this is the same, if this is where it's lining up where I think it is in the anime. But I think Osamu is finally gonna not be garbage for at least 30 seconds, which is this is an Osamu record, right? So
Oh wow. Can't
I
let
feel
that
like
man
this is
live.
not even the time for him to be awesome because
Hughes is out there killing
I
it.
want that chick to finally unleash a
Chica.
little. Yeah.
I think she also I think the whole team pretty much outdoes themselves in the final when they go, they're going against what's the name squad, Nina what's his name?
Nina Mia.
Yeah, that squad, right? That's who they were getting ready to go against. Yeah.
Yep.
Because I haven't seen the most recent episode, but like I said, I read the manga. Yeah, they all got to go out because that joke is a beast. I just like the way he separates his what you call it, Tryon, when he, like everybody has like a way of doing
Yeah.
that, like separated. His is like geometrically, like he doesn't break it into smaller cubes. He like breaks it into like rectangular pyramids or something
shit.
like that. Like or triangular pyramids actually. Like if you look at the way he breaks it down, it's all into triangles. Like instead, like that's just like a way of saying like he's just a little bit more, he's a little
Advanced.
bit more advanced than the rest of you guys. You guys are kind of like, and then he's got the cool swag of never having his hands outside of his pockets while he destroys you, kind of thing. So there's always that.
True.
That's
True.
awesome.
Yeah, it should be good. And then continuing with Platinum End. And that's a good one. But there is some, yeah, it's not for everybody, for sure. There's some violence against children and shit. It's I mean it's short and it's mostly implied. But yeah, it can definitely be rough. But I like the concept, and so I'm interested to see
Were these
how
some
they tell the
disobedient
story.
kids?
You said what?
Were these some disobedient kids?
Nah, it was one kid whose parents died, and he
That's
got taken in by some shitty relatives because they wanted to check, and they treated him like shit.
I
And
just
so,
wanted to know if they deserved it, because that's how he sees the world.
no,
mean,
Carl, he did not play Fortnite on their Xbox.
No, he did not buy Fortnite on
Yeah.
their PlayStation.
There you go. So
I mean, some people like bloodletting. Whatever.
but yeah, I think that's it for me for this past like 2 weeks. What's good with y'all? Who wants to
I'll
go
go
next?
next because it's short. I played some Halo 5. Finished Visions, the Star Wars thing. I finally finished it. I was on the last 2 episodes for a long time and I just forgot. And I was like, oh yeah, I haven't finished it. So I finished it like beginning of this week. And
Nice.
then I've been watching Hawkeye. So I think it's comical. I mean, it's Hawkeye, right? Like, did we expect for this to be like a deep dive into the Marvel universe with Hawkeye as the main character? Like,
No.
and they're just giving him the
I'm gonna
military
need you to put
treatment,
some
right?
respect on this man's name.
No,
He
Hawkeye
has
is one of my
worked hard.
favorite characters. Right? I love the human characters. I'm not Carl who hates everybody who's not Superman, but like
Damn.
I love the human. What'd you say, Carl?
You should have powers, though. I mean, you have to be
No,
Superman.
I like Hawkeye. Like I like the thing that is the Joker. He's damn near got a superpower, right? When you can hit anything you want, whenever you want, however you want, that's not humanly possible. But of course, because he doesn't have like an X gene or something in him, you got to call him human. But what he can do is superhuman. There's nobody who can do that in the world.
His drawback strength on his
Man.
bow is 250 pounds,
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
260 pounds. Yeah.
and that's more than I don't think anybody uses that, human wise. You know, and of course, Kate Bishop uses a recurve bow, but still, to have that type of drawback strength, dog, and easily pulling it back.
There's
Yeah.
no way his arms would be that small.
Hey, once again, he's got superpowers. He just ain't bragging about them like everybody else. He's just like, nah, man. He was just born that way, special. But point is, I think it's funny. I'm seeing a lot of like, and I'm starting to just not read articles that talk about shows to find out why I should hate them. Because I just don't want to do that anymore. So like there's like this is why like I saw something about problematic and I was like I can't do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna let you tell me why I need to hate this thing. If I see it and it's egregious, I'm gonna hate it for you. I'll hate it with you. But if I don't see it, I'm not gonna look for it. I'm not digging for the signs to see why I should hate it. I like it. It's funny. There's a whole LARPing scene where
It's hilarious.
he has to get his suit back and he goes and I don't know if y'all know who Clayton English is, the comedian, but
Let me go to fam.
I don't think Clayton English would fam. No, Roy Wood Jr. would fam, but not Clayton English.
I read an article where they're talking. It's like, oh, give it up to another FAMU alum, making it big in the market or something. I don't know.
Maybe. But so he was so the comedian Clayton English was found the Ronin suit, and Hawkeye's trying to get it back because the Ronin suit will get you killed, right? Because he killed a lot of bad guys in the Ronin suit. So somebody sees you in the Ronin suit, they're like, oh shoot, that's Ronin. He killed like my whole family. I'm gonna go kill him. So like he's trying to get it back, and he's trying to get it back without drawing attention to himself. The guy is wearing it at one of these LARPing events. I don't know if you guys know what LARPing is. Yeah, like those large role-playing events where people got the
Live action role play.
Yeah, live action role play, exactly. So they're sitting here beating each other with foam swords and foam weapons. And so he has to fight Clayton English's character to get his suit back, and he has to let him win. But he can't like just die immediately. He has to like play it out. So he's like foam sword fake fighting, and then there's some guy in the background making the sound effects like the whole time. It's such a funny scene. It's hilarious, and I'm sure it was even funnier to act than it was to actually watch. But like it's just like this whole like this guy who's like the ultimate warrior's warrior, like walking around. He's been fighting with gods, and now he's got to like play fight with these role players. Like he's like walking across the battlefield, just knocking people out. Like he's just walking, like slow motion. Just people are trying to like tag him out with their weapons, and he's just like parrying and slapping. And then he gets into the fight where he has to let the other guy win. It's just such a funny scene, and I feel like I like what's her name, Haley Steinfeld, I think is her name, who plays Kate Bishop. I like her as an actress, so I've always liked her. She does play the awkward, talkative character very well, and also makes her likable or whatever. But she also has like a tough side to her too. So she's not just like some giddy, like happy-go-lucky kid. She's also very formidable. So I'm a big fan of it. I know there are people who hate it. Every time I look at my Google News feed, right in the morning, that's one of my like things that I do is like, okay, what
show is
news?
this?
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
Yeah. So every time I look at it, there's a complaint about it in my news feed. Now Google might just be like, hey, you like Hawkeye, so anytime somebody mentions it, they're gonna send me an article, which I don't appreciate. But I'm just like, I'm not gonna read that until it does something that I can see blatantly like, oh man, that's a problem. Or somebody that I know and care about. It's like, hey man, that's bad. Like I'm not gonna look for any problems with it, and I like it. I think it's funny, and I just like the Hawkeye character. He's kind of the only part about the Avengers that's like grounded. Everything else, I mean, even Tony Stark was pretty much superhuman, right? like his intellect rivaled, advanced civilizations. So even he was superhuman. There wasn't really a grounded. Black Widow wasn't superhuman. She rarely used the gun, and somehow she's still alive. She fought hand to hand combat and did not get killed by Thanos. Like she's superhuman. They're just not telling you what her superpower is. Probably survival, but unless she sacrifices herself. But yeah, so I just like his character, and I like what's his name. Jeremy Renner plays him very well. So that's pretty much it for me. Halo, Hawkeye, and finished Visions.
Cool. I want to go next.
I can go next.
Pat, what's good with you this week?
So over the weekend, I went to go see House of Gucci, which is actually very entertaining. It just confirms that white people are crazy, especially when it comes to money and family. It's gets messy.
Is it crazy or it's just loyalty
Uh, so,
or crazy loyalty?
it's loyalty to money. That's what it boils down to. Succession, same thing. Also caught up on that 40-year-old birthday party was crazy. Had very memorable moments in there. Yeah. This man was about to perform. Wow. Insecure. This last episode was very kind of bringing that anxiety back again. It's like, oh fuck, like they're going there again. He thought shit was like just gonna kind of like, coast out into the sunset, but nah, there's a new wrinkle. So,
Lucky wrench.
yep.
Spoil
Finally, you said spoil it.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Swab, do you care?
What?
Nobody cares, man.
I saw Insecure. I'm good.
Nobody here cares about spoilers.
But yeah, I am unspoilable.
But I mean, there might
Okay.
be some people in the chat, and if they don't type "don't spoil it" in the next 3 seconds, I feel like we can just do it.
I mean, it's not like a big revelation. It's just like Issa's having relationship issues again. It's like, God damn it. It's like it's
I
all.
haven't watched in a few seasons. So is Lawrence involved? That's all I need to know. Is Lawrence back in there?
Not this time.
Nah, not this time. I mean, he's involved, but it's a very different involved. He's dealing with his own shit.
Yeah.
So it sounds like he has fecal matter in his face.
Yeah, from a very tiny human.
From
But yeah, so we'll see what happens next week. I finally finished Narcos Mexico. That was really good. So this season really focused on the rise of El Chapo, and how the first like big Mexican kingpin, how that had ripple effects and how it spawned these other drug cartels, and then they started beefing, and then El Chapo tried to take out this one family, and he got caught up and he got sent to prison, and then in prison he's able to create the Sinaloa cartel, or strengthen it, and now now we're at that point where I think the next season will be solely focused on El Chapo and how he rose to how notorious he is today, even though he's in prison now. But yeah, it's Narcos is really good. It's always done really well. If you don't mind watching subtitles. But yeah, y'all anime niggas are used to watching subtitles. So.
I take offense to that. I'm proud of that.
I
Proud of that.
really
I mean, I
hard
can
to
read
watch
fast. Niggas can't read fast. That's all it is.
I can't read fast. You know how many times I rewind when I watch subtitles? What that nigga say?
keeping it in the Netflix family. F is for Family. Finished that. This is the final season.
Oh, it
For
is?
that, yeah, final season. So, it wraps up. I don't know if you. I mean, there's some storylines that wrap up. Some of them you just kind of interpret. What's going to happen, but this last season was hilarious. So yeah, if you haven't watched that, please do yourself a favor. Also still trudging through Big Mouth. It is disturbing.
Yeah, I'm not
Um,
watching it anymore.
that shit
Isn't
is
it like the most disturbing but like gripping like animated show you ever watched? Like South Park was disturbing for disturbing, like just to be disturbing. But Big Mouth is disturbing with like weird lessons behind it.
yeah, definitely.
I hate the character design. I will never watch that show.
I mean, that's fair.
It looks
Yeah, but
terrible.
It's outrageous.
But
it's
the writing
extremely
is
outrageous. It's so good though.
fantastic. It's
Yeah,
so
it's so
good.
good. Yeah.
Can't do it to my eyeballs. They come out with an audiobook. I'll check it out.
You said audio. Um, and then gaming wise, I started making some progress. I think I'm almost done the first campaign for Scarlet Nexus. So hopefully, probably in the next couple weeks, I should be completely done with that. Halo has just been low key ruining my life, and then the occasional Guilty Gear, and then I played a little bit of Street Fighter. They just came out with the final character for Street Fighter 5, so I played a little bit with that and kind of got used to the new character. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's Guilty Gear on multiple. Is it on every system or is it just on PlayStation?
It's on PC and PlayStation.
I have to go on PC.
So what's good with you this past week, Carl?
Two fantastic platforms. Yeah. Anyway,
Hey.
I started watching The Wheel of Time on Prime.
Yeah, that was good.
I think I'm gonna like that one.
There's like 1,000 characters in that book series, so they can pretty much push that out forever.
I don't know anything about the book because
Robert,
a friend was reading
go
it,
ahead.
and he took it out of his backpack, and it looked like a dictionary. I'm like, I'm not having anything with that.
There's like hundreds of characters in one book, hundreds of crucial characters with plot points. So so Robert Jordan wrote The Wheel of Time, and he died in the middle of writing it. He didn't finish it, and then Brandon Sanderson had to come behind him and finish his book for him, or his series for him. It's a very long series. It's very popular, and it's surprising that they just decided to start making content based off of it. But then again, that's probably has something to do with his estate or whatever. So
Probably so.
Yes, but see, they did something that's very important to me. Episode 1, early in the episode, I saw powers.
Oh yeah.
I need that, and they delivered. And they consistently show me mystical or magical things. So it's dense with that. So I'm liking that. The only problem is I thought, I was gonna binge for a whole season. I'm caught up, but I think a new one comes out tomorrow.
Every Thursday or Friday.
So I'll scoop that. What was that, JK?
Every Thursday and Friday, I think, or Thursday or Friday, one or two.
I thought it was Friday. But yeah, I caught up on World Trigger. So I gave up hope on him ever being awesome because I just don't want to be disappointed anymore. And if it happens, it's just a cherry on top.
Well, let me say this: in the manga, he still hasn't been awesome yet. I said he didn't suck for 30 seconds. I never said awesome. In the manga, he still hasn't been awesome. but he didn't suck for 30
Okay,
seconds.
yeah. His little power thrust with his shield is not getting it done for me. He does that, throws somebody off balance for a second, and then gets blasted.
Very
Bail
true.
out. Like,
They,
no.
they always try to give you these moral victories with Osamu, and I'm just like, we ain't buying it. We're not. We need to see some progression. We need to see some
That part.
some ingenuity, something he does with his try. Okay, you don't got a lot of tryon, right? Like, okay, we get it. You need to Hawkeye this up. You need to find a way to not be useless on your team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do.
So
Like the man talking about getting hard carried most of your life. Like this guy has three OP team members. One with like unlimited Tryon, and the other two are just badasses. So
He's closer to Chica than he is to Yuma, because Yuma's Tryon is keeping him alive, so he doesn't even get to use his full
Yeah.
his full
what they call it,
potential.
because half of
Yeah.
his Tryon is literally his body. Like, that's the only way he's allowed to exist. But
Facts.
Hughes's Tryon is no slouch. He's out there saving half of his shots, and they think they're getting a full compliment. Like, he's saving half of it, and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, he shot everything!" And then he sends the second half after you're like, "Oh, he had more." Okay.
A lot
I
more.
want to see what's his name, Jin? I haven't seen him in a while. I need to know what's going on with Jin.
Yeah, well, they kind of sidelined him because he's too powerful. So it's
Basically.
like,
I know, but I want information about the future. Let me have that.
I like the other guy better. His rival, the
Oh,
guy
yeah.
with 2 guns, he's a little bit cooler to me because he gets in there and mixes it up.
Yeah, but he's not useful as a plot piece though. Like
That's
it's cool to see him in battle, but like you can't really drive the story through him, really.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't
That's
have
true.
anything to do with the story. He's just cool.
Yeah,
Yep, that's it.
that's why I want.
You could literally never show him again, and it wouldn't change anything about World Trigger.
Yeah. So yeah, I watched that. What else did I see? I did see Succession as well. That I just wonder. Okay, let's say that we had a multinational corporation,
Sure.
and let's say all of us had multi-billion-dollar net worths.
Sure.
I know we're chocolate, right? And that probably costs us at least 20% of our net worth, right? But let's just say, even with the racial adjustment, we're still multi-billionaires.
Chocolate costs us 20%
Do
of our
you
net worth.
think
That's a
we
very
do
specific
those
number.
things?
The chocolate tax.
There's absolutely
20% off top.
off top.
Oh, Murray said racial adjustment or racism adjustment. The racial adjustment. Okay.
Yeah. So what can we really do that? Because I'm certain there's people that live their lives like that, right? But can we do that? If we get that money and influence through having ownership in corporations and whatever entity, can we really pull those kind of strings?
I mean, money don't open every door. Unfortunately.
They don't open every door. That's very true.
They
don't.
I almost feel like I need to make that a focus in life, is to become a billionaire. If to at least protect myself from other billionaires.
Yeah, but like Swall said, it don't open every door. You can be a billionaire, and then they can it's easier to take your money when you're a billionaire, to be honest, because you can't literally keep your money anywhere and say, nah, man, you're gonna have to come through me to get this. Like, no, your money is tied up in other things. Like, if you're a billionaire based on your actual like physical assets, then maybe. Like, if you owned like $1 billion worth of gold somewhere, then you would have that kind of control, because you're like, no, I own all the gold in the world, so that's why I'm a billionaire. But if you're a billionaire because you own a corporation, then you got shareholders, even if it's private, like freaking what you call it, Elon Musk's rocket company. I can't remember right now.
SpaceX.
Yeah, but
SpaceX.
that's venture backed, right? It's not the same thing. It's not like he owns 100%. But like, if let's take Coke Industries, that's a different thing, right? From what I understand, those brothers own all of it,
Hmm.
and that enables them to have a bunch of relationships.
But
So
aren't
the
they?
money is like cracks the door, but the relationship kicks the door open, is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, but
Um,
but the relationships comes from people wanting to relate to you. So like, yeah, you're sure
they,
people are gonna want to be
different
around you because
opinion
you're
on
a billionaire. But those Koch brothers are white, and who knows where their money came from? Who knows how old it is?
we know where it came from.
I mean, yes, we do know where it came from, but like, how old is their money? Like, because if their money is old money, that's really way more important than being a billionaire. Is
Yep.
that, like you said, those relationships are probably ingrained in their family history. So it's
Yeah.
always
They
easier
inherited the
to
relationships just like they inherited the money.
right, and one or the other would have got them. You know what I'm saying? Like one would have got them the other. The relationships would have got them the money either way. So uh, I don't know what their actual accomplishments are, and that's by design. I don't think they want anybody to know what they do, but I think that just because you be a billionaire, because there are black billionaires, right? Um, if they're pulling strings like the white people are, then they're no better than the white people because they're not pulling. They're definitely not being like Jedi to the Sith here. Like they're definitely on the Sith side. Like, nah, let's pull the strings the same way they've been pulling the strings. Cause I just got my black billions and I ain't losing them because I want to help out black people.
so, but okay, and I'll move on from this. But what? So at that party, in that episode, they also showed like, where they're pretty much trying to pick a president, right?
Yeah.
And you would have to think almost everybody there except for the candidates were billionaires, right? I would think almost all of them are
Gotta be.
billionaires, unless you're a friend of a friend just along for the ride. So how many billionaires do we need to like to play a
A
similar game?
majority.
Mm. Well, and
A
not just
majority of the billionaires would need to be black, is what you're saying?
Black or like black sympathetic.
I wouldn't even think you'd need a majority. I think the problem is going to be that like it's such a small group. It's unlikely that they're all going to have the same goals. So it's like being like you said, black sympathetic
I mean,
is probably the closest you can hope for because like even amongst black people, black rich people, they don't have the same goals. Like not every black rich person cares about
They
black
don't have the
people.
same goals either.
yeah. But I think they
But
share enough.
but what you're not trying to get a sense in, but you want a seat at the table. You want to be able to play poker at the table, essentially, is what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we've done enough in this world, whether it's just have a bunch of money or own certain things or whatever, that we've decided we get to pick the president. Um, like how I just wonder how much money is that, and how many people need to be
Have it
in
in
that
order.
club to be able to play those type of games. Because I think
I
there's like only
mean,
a couple thousand billionaires in the world. Um,
I can see that.
Half
so
are in
it,
this.
it, it shouldn't necessarily be a huge number, but it's clearly more than what we have right now. Anyway, yeah, I don't think did I watch anything else? I did play a little bit of Halo. There was a couple stressful days, so had to
Shoot people.
pause work a little bit to get on Halo. But yeah, that's about it.
Tech is left or Beast?
I think Tech and Beast.
Yeah, both of them.
I'm
All
back.
right, Chum. Oh, you back? All right. So what's good with you this week?
Let's see. Let's say, Lost in Space came out today. Third
Lost
season.
in Space.
Yes.
They're still
Oh,
doing
the
that?
right.
On
I didn't
Netflix.
know they was still. I didn't know them niggas was still out there in space.
Oh,
Well, I
yeah.
mean, I guess when you get lost in space, it's pretty much a.
It's on this final season, I think. Third season. I think it's the final season. I don't know. I'm on episode 6, 7. It's been pretty good so far.
My wife started watching that.
Yeah, it's actually. I think you'll like it. You'll like it, Carl. Been watching. I watched Hellbound. That was
Is
a
that
good
good?
show. Huh?
I know it's a little bit on the horror side, but I was actually thinking about watching. Is it actually
It's
good?
more supernatural than horror.
That's why I even thought about watching it.
It's more supernatural than horror.
Is there a dubbed
Um,
version or is it just straight subtitle?
I think you can put it in English. I think they do have a dub version, but it's pretty good. It's actually an interesting concept of what they present, which to me, some people in that show is stupid, but whatever. It kind of enforces that whole like people believe anything and like religion and stuff like that. It's like it made no sense to me that these three beings are damning people to hell and they're saying that it's based on sin, but you telling motherfuckers to go murder somebody.
I mean,
So you damning somebody to hell. So like, and then I was like, you know what, whatever. But when you watch the show, you'll see what I'm talking about. But it's pretty good. It's a Korean show on Netflix. It's actually really good. Hit Monkey,
Korean
which
shows taking over.
hell
so
is
what?
Monkey.
Like Korean shows taking over.
Korean dramas are the shit. And if anybody tells you anything different, they don't know what the fuck they talking about. So, but Hit Monkey is actually a Marvel comic. And it's actually fucking hilarious and it's pretty good. It's basically about the Mackay monkeys, the
Mm-hmm.
Mackay monkeys, like the white. They have white hair. They live in like like in the high mountains in the
macaw.
springs.
Is that what they call macaw?
Is a macaw? It's like macaw. Is a macaw monkey? I can't.
Macaque.
Macaque, maybe.
MACAQUE.
Yeah, that's it.
South Asia.
Yeah, that's it. Oh no, that's not them.
That's not them.
Is it them? No, it's not them. No,
Yeah,
it's
I know. Take a trip to the zoo.
No, what are they?
That long downhill zoo y'all got over there.
They're in Asia. They live in like they live in like a spring.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Like a spring area, but they've been seen as highly intelligent because they can mimic human human behavior. So like if they see a human like using a straw or using chopsticks, they can mimic that and use it too. So it follows this one monkey from a tribe who got pretty much wiped out and becomes an assassin. Basically, he's
The
trying to
monkey
avenge.
becomes an assassin.
Yes. Yeah, when you see it, you be like, "Oh shit!" It's funny as hell. And it has
on Hulu.
Yeah, it's on Hulu, and it's a Marvel movie, so it's a Marvel show. So they talk about Wolverine. They talk about all the different. They got Silver Samurai shows up into it, and
Fights the monkey.
huh?
That's fucking dope.
He fights the monkey.
Sort of, kind of.
Oh,
And they have other. They have Bullseye in it, or Lady Bullseye.
She's cool right now.
Yeah, and she is fucking ruthless. Like when she shows up in this show, you're like, oh, she's she's not too bad. No, she's a fucking ruthless bitch, and I say that with all
Damn.
like, no, she is true. When you see the show, you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's a good show. Been watching. The Flash came back. This season's kind of interesting.
What was it, CW?
Yeah, CW is kind of interesting. They're trying to. Wow,
Was that a snore?
That's it.
wow. It's kind of interesting in a sense of what they're trying to do with this season. They brought in
Is it?
Despero.
Is that what
They
they're
brought
trying
in
to do?
Despero. You remember, Despero in the DC comics, the one with the third eye, super strong. He's supposed to be like a hero, but I don't know. Anyway, but no, it's an interesting twist they're trying to bring in with. They're trying to bring back Reverse Flash, so to speak. That whole Reverse Flash and Flash dynamic. Been watching CW shows. Batwoman is on a hiatus now. They're trying to bring back all the different villains of Batman twisted into Batwoman, like Poison Ivy, Joker, Mr. Freeze, Mad Hatter. So,
They're trying
Any of
really
these
hard
things
to
back
stay-
on Hulu?
which one? Hitmonkey?
Any of them? Any of them back on Hulu?
They're on HBO Max, most likely.
Like any of the CW shows?
No, I don't think they're on. I think they kind of taken off of Hulu, put on HBO Max.
Hmm.
In my opinion, since it's DC related.
So I could watch Flash on HBO Max?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'll watch it.
Yeah, and I also been watching Young Justice and Genlock on HBO Max, and Genlock is getting pretty interesting. Young Justice is getting interesting as well. Hawkeye, been watching that. Just watched the last episode, this past episode yesterday. I was who was it? I think Swaz's brother was like, "Yo, Kate Bishop is a dumbass" or some shit.
Yeah.
I was like, "Dog, she is starstruck. She is with a fucking Avenger." Like he was like, "Man, she just sit her ass down. This motherfucker know what he doing." But I'm like, okay. And then this past episode, when his fucking his earpiece got fucking shattered, he was stuck a little bit. So.
Man, that's that hurt. He took the most L's out of all the Avengers. It's like you were in the fewest movies. How did you get the most damage? It's like you were
remember
in
he
the
was
fewest conflicts. But
remember in the comics he got damaged ears in his early childhood. Remember?
I didn't follow Hawkeye much before he became for the MCU.
Oh, gotcha.
I only knew him from the video game because he was one of the people you could pick in the video game.
Yeah, he in the comics he when his parents died, him and his brother went to the circus and went under the tutelage of another superhero, and Clint became very starstruck with that and wanted to become a superhero, and that's when he donned the costume with Hawkeye. And I think he was in a bad explosion. It just like damaged his ears.
It makes sense. They should all have hearing damage. The fact that he's the only one is just another Hawkeye kind of like thing that happened to him.
Damn.
Like they should all, every last one of them that doesn't have a healing factor should have hearing damage. All of them. But I mean, Black Widow, she should have had hearing damage. I mean, she was in just as many explosions as Hawkeye, more explosions than Hawkeye. Hearing's fine.
She shoots pistol like automatics, shoots pistols. Like pistols are not like they like are very loud.
You saw the end of Black Widow. She jumped out of an exploding
Yeah,
and her ears are just
military.
fine. That
Yeah.
did not happen to Hawkeye. Hawkeye wasn't.
Well, she don't really need him now because she's dead, so it don't even matter.
Well, damn, that got morbid real fast. No,
I mean, she is technically. I mean, she dead in the MCU.
I mean, yeah, but damn.
It is what it is. But also been watching One Piece, Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun. I've been catching up with that. I started Eye Shield 21, but I'm gonna save it for the break when I go back home. Probably watch that then. 4400 on CW. It's like the reboot version of the USA joint that came out. I think a long time ago, like 2000.
I didn't watch 4400, but I didn't even think it was that important to anybody to reboot ever.
Well, this got more black people in it, so
it might not be important, but it might be good. It might have been a good story that poorly executed, and so somebody thinks they can do it
So
better.
someone thought to reboot it.
See, this one's a better story. It's almost like Manifest and Heroes with a better storyline.
And what's the song?
CW.
Oh, okay. I can't watch it.
He's like, never mind. I'm good.
The commercials.
Yeah. No, it's not the commercials. I hate commercials.
That pulled me in. Heroes and Manifest. I was all about.
And then you pushed them right out of that seat.
CW. That's a hell no. I'm not doing that to myself.
It's not even the commercials for me. It's. I hate the way they do everything. The casting, the story arcs are very just
low quality pixels.
I'm not even, look, man, I'm not even worried about that. They always they farm from the same group of actors and actresses, and it always turns into a pretty contest. Like, let's find the most attractive people to play these roles, and let's not really build up. Like, they live more off of their actors and actresses basically on their on-screen appeal than they do off of their ability to act and on their writer's ability to tell a story, in my opinion. Like, a lot of this stuff is like, this is just not interesting. That's why I stopped watching The Flash. I was like, I can't do another one of these, like, really doesn't give me any, I just didn't get any gratification from it. So
Flash got bad quick.
Yeah, if I know the CW's doing it, I just can't respect it. Now, if you tell me it's great, JK, I'll give it an episode. But
there's not a lot of big name actors in it. I guess any other in the CW should have.
Is it simulcast on HBO Max? How about that?
It probably will be on HBO Max. I think it is. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's.
What's the name of it again?
For the 4400. 4400.
Okay.
Watch Ghostbusters Afterlife. Great movie. It was the sequel we needed from Ghostbusters 2. In my opinion, they brought back all the original cast members in their respective roles, except for the one who played Egon. But they kind of did a.
Didn't he quit acting?
No, he died.
Oh,
damn.
I guess
that's the way quit acting.
Yeah, that sounds.
Wow.
It's a really
he passed away. He passed away. He passed away in 2015. I want to say it was around the same time as the 2016 version came out with the all-female one. I think he passed away, but they did a little tribute to him in the movie, so it was good.
That's nice.
Yeah, and then played Battlefield 2042. Been playing Kenya, Bridge of Spirits. Is getting really good. The game's difficult, but it's still fun at some points. I'm gonna start Deathloop next week. Well, the week after, and then that's pretty much it. Spider-Man December 17th. Can't wait for that. And I think that's it. as far as content I've been consuming. I did not read, but I kind of heard it was not. So you know how some people on YouTube kind of go through different comics,
Yeah.
kind of like narrate. Yeah, so I've listened to Teenage Mutant Turtles meet the Ghostbusters. That was an interesting one, interesting story. But I wanted to actually read it because it'll probably be a lot better. I still got to finish the TMNT Last Ronin. I read two out of the three, or three out of maybe three of them, but I gotta read the rest of them. That's pretty much it for me.
What's good with you, Tech?
I moved.
Word.
New background and
Congrats.
shit. Thank you. Appreciate that, fam. Unpacked a bunch of shit. I have watched Super Crooks. That's one of the standout entertainment bits I've watched this week. That joint's on Netflix and it's fantastic. It's hysterical.
You will watch it.
It's set in the same universe as Jupiter Legacy. So more from like a Crooks standpoint. So it's just but they do a better job of explaining this Jupiter Legacy story than Jupiter Legacy did. But I mean, I like that Netflix is using that, kind of creating their own little like superhero universe and whatnot. So I'm down for that. Jupiter Legacy is still a great storyline, great comic book series if you want to have a good read there. But yeah, so that was a standout hit. Have not really watched any anime this week. Did pick up the new issue of Static Shock, and that again I cannot rave enough. If you need a good read, there are 4 issues
That's
out
the one.
currently. That is the one. Like it is, the art's good, storyline's good, all of it's just good. It is. They do a fantastic job. That team is killing it on this for sure.
Side note,
Yeah.
the artist who did this is doing Static Shock was also the artist who designed the cover art for the Black Panther soundtrack. So
that's beautiful. Did not know that. That makes me love it even more. But yeah, so I'd say then that's a good pick. What else? I mean, there's not been much else. I mean, I went to the comic book store, picked up a few things. I haven't really read much of it yet. Besides Static, picked up a few different not mainstream series called Good Luck, where basically luck and bad luck have taken physical forms, and they're kind of just like wreaking havoc. Think of the high extreme of having just nothing but good luck, and the awful extreme of having nothing but bad luck. But now they're actual people that could just like walk into a room and kind of like fuck up
shit up.
everything in the vicinity. So it's an interesting premise. I haven't really dived into the story yet, but super excited for that one. The cover art is fantastic. I don't think I have it easily accessible for pull. But yeah, that's been the week. And then just tons of Halo when I can get it in. Work's on pretty chill, so I still get a lot of good Halo time midday. So yeah.
True. That's it.
That's it.
Carl already went. I think that's everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, that's everybody.
Question real quick. Is there gonna be another season of God of High School?
Man, I need to know.
So,
I think that's
so.
to be determined. I don't
that's
think they got as much traction as they were hoping on those webtoon animes.
Oh no.
Like,
Yeah.
I know Noblesse has, as of right now, they have not decided to move forward with
They have
season.
not.
They have not. I have not seen anything come across my radar. I know I saw like a panel where like they were discussing its future, because also a lot of things are in like limbo with the whole acquisition. So I don't know what storylines are getting approved and which ones
Wait a
aren't.
minute. What acquisition?
Sony bought
Yeah.
Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll, that's right.
Right.
And so
now we
I'm
gotta.
sure,
They're
like,
figuring out what to do with Verve, and I mean,
yeah, and
I need them to hurry
Funimation
up.
and stuff like
They
that.
let me know so I can cancel my subscription.
Facts.
You know, Sony bought that with that Spider-Man money. That's what they bought it.
That's how they bought that. The Spider-Man money.
And what else is making money for them? The PS5 did well, but they don't make consoles don't make money. So we know it wasn't the PS5.
They're gonna lock all of those animes to PS5. You can only watch it on there.
Oh my gosh!
If they did that, they would make enemies and money at the same time.
They would have an uproar. People be going
Absolutely.
third-party sites.
You would
There would
never
be people
see
out
so
there.
much
I can
pirated
see him
anime
doing some shit
in your
like that.
life.
All we gotta do is get Kim Jong Un on them again. Right up.
Wow.
So
Yo.
treason. Okay, that's how it is.
Yep.
It's treason.
That's our solution. Treason. I'm down for it. Let's go.
You said I'm down for it.
But no, that'd be some wild shit. But I don't think they hit the head with those webtoon animes. I don't think they.
Man, they
Yeah,
were
they
good
were
though.
Gotham.
I don't
I
think
still
enough
gotta watch the Gotham
webtoon like fans came over because like I think it's sometimes gonna be a very like sometimes you have your webtoon people who are just webtoons, like they just love reading the comics and they're not big on the animation.
That's true.
So, mind you, all of those have massive webtoon followings. Like, I mean, God of High School is still in the top 10. So is Noblesse as far as top 10 webtoons.
Tower God.
So,
where's the Gotham one stand? The Batman one.
I have no idea. I haven't actually even checked that one out myself yet.
Oh, okay. I heard it was good, so I wanted to check that out.
I'm sure it is. I thought that was pretty cool. They got into that concept. I mean, I can see them doing a lot more. I'm not even sure if Marvel and DC are talking about this yet, but I wouldn't be surprised, like if they start doing like digital releases with like NFT pairs or some shit like that. Like that'd be really fucking dope. Or like webtoon comics with like NFTs that can become tradable with like direct like or specific arts, like one of one art covers for certain releases. That'd be kind of dope.
I don't want it, but I could see that, happening in this like current moment.
It would make digital comics more worth it for me. That's the reason why I don't really do them often, and like why I kind of hate like dropping the Comixology link into chat because I'm just like you're spending money on something that you really can't like try. Like everything in this chest here, I can sell if I have to.
So I usually do that. So if I like a particular comic and I bought it, I get the digital because then I can read it without doing any damage to it. So
that's fair.
So there's my favorite Savage Wolverine or whatever. I got the digital because I was like, this is my favorite, comic or whatever. And I don't know if it's ever going to be worth anything, but in terms of just preserving it for my own personal reasons, I'm like, okay, I'll just get the digital version. Then I always have this copy of it, but I also have the digital version.
Yeah. But all right, let's get to murdering each other before I pass out.
Let's do it. All right. So, thank y'all again for joining us on the podcast. Definitely let us know if like there's something we haven't talked about you want our perspective on. Follow us at Blur Dimension everywhere if you haven't already. Namely here on Twitch, on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. If you fuck with the content, give us a heart, thumbs up, whatever is positive and platform appropriate. It's free for you. Helps us out with the algorithm. And if you fucking with it that hard, you can subscribe on Twitch. It's free. Not that part is not free. I mean, if you got Prime, it might be free.
We don't see dislikes anymore, so don't waste your time.
Exactly. No one will know that you disliked it. So what's the point? Yeah. You can't dislike it in public. We stream the podcast live on Twitch Thursday nights. So make sure you come through next week. We're gonna take, not that long of a break because everybody already on Halo. But stay tuned for some Halo Infinite.
Is everybody on Halo? I'm not on Halo.
Everybody's on Halo.
I was respecting the potty.
Yeah, nah, niggas.